Hey, Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom, Akim. Before we get started, we want to give all praise, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua.
Double honors unto the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone who rule well and push out this word at a high frequency. Peace and safety to the elect laboring around the four corners of the earth, giving our diligence to make the calling of election sure. And shalom to the sisters. This is the brothers from the Gmsatlanta camp. Coming through the spirit on the Sabbath, do a live stream, more so like an open forum. We're gonna just flow with the spirit, wherever the spirit want to take us. But what we'll start off at is measuring the times that we're living in. And this is something that should always be on each and every last one of our mind frame as we near the day of tribulation. Measuring the times. How do we measure the times? According to the signs and the prophecies. When we see certain things happening in the news, certain laws being passed that lines up with prophecy, like last week, you had a situation with the vote with 128 nations voted against Jerusalem being the capital of Israel. That lines up with Revelation 17. So when you read Revelation 17, that prophecy goes into that friction between the beast and the whore, and how the beast is going to shoot missiles on the whore. So when you're starting to see these frictions from these certain things that's happening, it's showing you that we're close. The times are close. The times of visitation is going to be a shift in dimensions. All right, there's going to be a dimensional shift that's coming, and that's coming from the realm. The spiritual realm is going to overthrow the physical realm. So these are the time frames that we're living in. That's why the scriptures tell us to gird up. But if somebody could start at 2 Ezra chapter 9, verse 1, if y'all got precepts, bring them up.
I got it.
Come on.
2 Ezra chapter 9, verse 1.
Read up, bro.
2 Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself.
Go ahead.
And when thou seest parts of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then should thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
That's right. So when it says, when thou seest part of the signs past. So if you've been being a watchman, you have already seen part of those signs pass. As in Acts the 2nd chapter, Luke the 21st chapter, with the solar eclipses, the lunar eclipses, all these phenomena happening in the skies. All right. Right, like the brother said, wars and rumors of wars. You've seen the Brexit. That prophecy goes into Daniel the 2nd chapter.
Chip.
Right, the chip. You're starting to see that, the chip coming into fruition. So when you see a part of the signs, which we've seen part of those signs already, then we got to understand that, okay, all right, brothers, this is the time where Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is about to visit this realm.
That's right.
So that means if we know that time of visitation is coming, should that mean we be, 3 videos a week? I can't do 3 videos a week. No. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you're supposed to be doing 3 videos a week, man. The times is the visitation is almost here.
Because if I could say, because the thing about it is like we're working to get away from being just typical slaves to Esau and doing this regular everyday wasted time. We're actually transitioning into being priests, man. So as we grow in this truth, more and more is going to be required of us as a priest through the Spirit. So that's what we're working to do. We're not working to continuously have to make time to do the work of the Lord. No, the Most High is setting up where the time that we give to the Lord is all we give it, man. All right, it's not going to be no more time of, well, I'm gonna go to my job from 4 to 8 or 4 to 10, and then I'm gonna go. No, we're transitioning to all we do is do the work of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua.
That's right. Yeah, that's because the sincere brethren are measuring the times. That's why you even see younger brothers in the faith now just going hard, man. You got younger brothers in the faith that know, oh man, this thing is close, man. Which we all are. We all are young men. We all are babes. But you got some men that's a little older in the spirit than others. But even the brothers that's fresh into this thing know, like, hey man, oh snap, this thing is about to go down, man. You're starting to see Esau setting up his Project Blue Beam, you know, because and the reason why, see what Esau is trying to do, he's trying to upset the prophecies. So he's trying to create this whole illusion of a
alien invasion,
right? An alien invasion or the coming back of of extraterrestrial power, you know, because it's gonna be more UFO and chariot sightings out here.
That's why.
So he's gonna try to fake the funk.
Yeah. Lucky. I was gonna say that's why it's important for men to apply those scriptures like Jeremiah 10, man. Be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, man. All right, because you'll get trapped up in this. You think everything that's happening up there is a chariot of the Most High. All right, now it's a sign nevertheless, but don't get trapped up in that. Oh, you know, because the Most High told us how Yahweh's coming back, man. All right, the scriptures told us, hey, if you see that if they say that the Son of Man is in the desert, don't go, don't believe. If they say the Son of a Man is over here, don't go. We know how Yahweh is going to send his son back. Right? We're going to see him on a chariot, like we in the second Ezra to tell you that he's going to be on the top of a chariot.
You're going to hear a trumpet.
You're going to hear we know the signs.
Yeah. Yep.
And before that major events take place, you got to remember the prophecies that set up to take place before. Man. That's why you got to deal with the chronology of prophecy. Prophecy works in chronology. Man. You can't overlap one prophecy. Tomorrow, Yahweh is not just going to come, man. Right. That's not how the prophecy works. It's a stage. It's build-ups that actually get to the highest apex of prophecy, man. You know, prophecies build on top of each other. Just like when certain prophecies was dished out, it speaks about how, you know, different kingdoms were to fall, and it will speak about all these different events that will take place during the down spiral of certain kingdoms.
That's right.
You know, just such as America. America, just like the brothers going into, is going to be wars and different situations and diverse wars and rumors of wars in diverse places. Tells you in second Ezra how martial law and the time of Jacob's trouble.
Yeah.
Jacob, you thinking that you're gonna jump on a chariot for me? Nah, man, you gotta go through the time of Jacob's trouble.
Right.
Go through these different stages of events to get your faith proven before you even actually get to behold the deliverance.
Let's go back to that second Ezra now.
Verse 2. Then should thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Go ahead.
Therefore, when there should be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then should thou well understand.
You should win. So you're supposed to well understand this,
right?
Because we've seen these things. We've seen earthquakes this year. You had an earthquake in Mexico. You had 2 earthquakes in Mexico.
Major earthquakes.
Major earthquakes. You had an earthquake in, what was that, India? I think either earlier this year or last year you had the major earthquake in Nepal.
Yeah,
killed a lot of people.
Killed hundreds of people.
Iran had an earthquake.
Yep. Iran. You know, I think it was another earthquake in Syria, if I'm not mistaken. All right, so hey,
in North Korea, there was an earthquake in North Korea.
Yep. You know, so and we not seeing the uproars? We're seeing riots in Spain. We're seeing riots in Greece.
Yep.
We're seeing riots in Venezuela. You know, all over the world. America.
Shit, Honduras right now.
Yeah, it's riots in America. You know, uproars in the people. So let's say when you see that, you're supposed to well understand, man. Not just understand, well understand. But men at the end still falling out because your pride hurt.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it be. You know, when you locked into this faith and you understand the things to come, there's no time for simplicity. There's no time for emotions. There's no time for for being rash. This is a time to line up in your position. That's just like if you go out on the battlefield and you know good and damn well you never get on the front line. You're supposed to be in the third line, but while everybody lined up, you trying to get on the front line. Just get on the third line, man.
Right.
Play your position. Because we got to fight a battle. Everybody can't be in the front line. Everybody can't be the shoot the arrows, the archers. Everybody ain't the big, strong, freaks with the axe. Some brothers are skilled fighters, you know. So you got to know your position and play it because you got to well understand the time we in. Go ahead, Kabash.
Then should thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee.
That's right, from the beginning. You know, the end times was prophesied from the beginning, man. You know, the times of the end, man. So these are the times we living in, man. It has to be fulfilled. You know?
I got something.
Go ahead.
This is Wisdom of Solomon 7 and bear with me 1 second. 7 and I'll start at 17. It says, "For he hath given me certain knowledge of the things that are, namely to know how the world was made and the operation of the elements, the beginning, the ending, and the midst of times."
Right, and this is King Solomon speaking. But he said the Lord gave him the understanding of the beginning, the end, and in the midst, the things in between. All right, and we've been imparted that particular or that wisdom too, within the measure that the Lord gave us. We've been imparted to understand how the earth was made. You know, the prophecies, the history that happened in between times, the things that's happening now, and we understand what's about to get ready to happen.
That's right.
You know, go ahead, brother.
And the alteration of the turning of the sun and the change of the season.
Now we're gonna say, just like the brother said, the beginning, the endings, and the midst of times. How do we know? We go through the prophecies. Daniel spoke about 4 kingdoms that would arise, and John actually reweighed out the historical facts that Daniel was going into when he spoke about how this kingdom of Rome, this 4th kingdom, deadly wound would be healed. So we take these different measurements and we figure out how to get to paint the perfect picture according to the scriptures, man. Because the scriptures obviously paint a picture into the minds of signs and stages and world events that's going to take place before the major return of Yahweh Shai. That's why the Lord said he's going to come as a thief in the night. But you have to watch. All right, how do you watch these things if the Lord is going to come as a thief? You look at the signs that's taking place. Obviously, the Lord is coming in the night. Obviously, it's going to be different signals and different situations that's going to take place to actually usher in his arrival. Man.
They should say peace and sudden destruction.
Yeah. This is Isaiah 46:10. This is declaring the end from the beginning and from ancient times, things that are not yet done.
Right, and how is it declared the end from the beginning? It's declared through the prophecies. All right, so the prophecies declare that this is the end. All right, Esau is in power. That means that prophecy in 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter.
Yep.
You know where it says Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed. That prophecy is about to be fulfilled. You know, that's declaring that we at the end because Esau is still in power. You know, and that's the end of this world. So understanding the prophecies, understanding the workings of the Lord through the Spirit, then it'll give you a reality check for yourself.
That's right.
You know, because now it's like, oh shit, you know, I gotta walk this thing, man.
Your vision increase.
Yeah, when you understand, the more prophecies you understand, the serious and the seriousness that you get about this truth, the more fearful you become, because you could end up being a part of some bull crap, because this is a very, very violent time we live in. Just because we don't see it happening right now, people getting shot and killed everywhere, and there's all kind of chaos. Hey, this is a violent time, man.
Hey, well, yeah. Like I said, me and the brother right here, we was at camp yesterday. We was talking about that. We was like, these people in America, they're in they're dead, man. Because here it is, like the brother just said, everywhere around the world, in every major continent, there's an outbreak of the people. There's war.
Yeah.
All right. There's a full-fledged war in everywhere. Where if you look at Libya, you look at Syria, Yemen, you look at these different places, man. They're war destroyed.
Parts of Africa.
You know what I'm saying? So and what more to come? But you Americans, given this, here it is, to bring it up. We're in so-called Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Everybody's in their house right now, and they're thinking about Santa Claus and who aunt is making the potato salad for tomorrow's dinner and all that shit. They thinking about watching the Lakers and whoever's playing tomorrow. Everything they're thinking about everything outside of the fact that we're surrounded by nothing but death and destruction.
Yeah, nigga about to go up under it's gonna be a big black ass nigga.
Yeah.
You know, letting his whole family get their gifts first, then his fat ass crawl up under the tree last and open up his set of razors. But that's all the nigga gonna get anyway. Your family don't care about your black ass. You gotta buy them stuff. They ain't buy your fat ass nothing. Buy your ass a socks. It's gonna be a big black fat nigga that's gonna sit back and buy everything for his family, and this nigga gonna get some headphones
or a plaid shirt.
Yeah, that's it. It's all, and then he gonna have to receive the gift with the this all I can find for you.
Yeah,
because they don't give a damn about you. Man. That's why we don't curse this day, man.
That's right.
Hey, did one of y'all brothers in the back have a precept?
It's still a little more on this one.
Okay, fine. I'm gonna give y'all brothers down and make sure I get y'all precepts too.
Just finishing up, it says, declaring the end from the beginning and from ancient times the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand and I will do all my pleasure.
Hey, so when the Lord say stuff like that, man, you got to get with the program.
Right.
You got to understand the Lord's will be done. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven.
And what's the Psalms 138:2 tell you that the Most High is yeah, what does that say? It goes into the fact that the Lord is bound by his own word, man. All right. So what more us, man? You got boneheaded niggas that think that they can just do what the hell they want, but even the Lord himself is basically wrapped up in his own word.
Yeah, that's crazy. This is Psalms 138:2. I will worship towards thy holy temple and praise thy name for thy loving kindness and for thy truth. For thou hast magnified thy word above all thy name.
And the Most High don't even play by his name, man.
No. Right.
The Most High, it's serious business behind the name of the Lord, man. All right. So if the Lord said he's magnified his word, and what's his word? These prophecies, man. So you think that that's what we say. Everybody try to squeeze in these other nations to be saved. That's not the word of the Lord is going to accomplish what he said is going to accomplish.
That's right.
All right, if there's going to be dead bodies from one end of the earth to the other end of the earth, hey, if the blood in the streets is going to be as high as the bridle of a horse, it's going to be blood out here as high as the bridle of a horse, man.
Yeah. There's going to be a lot of blood, man. The streets is going to be paved and coated in red.
Yeah, and Esau actually respects these prophecies, man. He actually spectates these major world events and these different things that's going to take place, and he tries to figure out how to avoid these different things that's going to take place, man. You know, he shows all these different movies. All his movies get inspiration from the prophecies.
Right.
Yeah. You know, it's just the masses of the people, the masses of the blind. These people just don't understand. Right. That's why the scripture says, "Let not the incredulity of them that don't believe trouble you."
That's right.
It shouldn't be moving you that a nigga that watches ESPN all fucking day, right. and his daily searches is World Star and
big titties.
Yeah, and titties on Instagram. Of course why would he believe? He's in a goddamn fish tank. His mind is literally in a goddamn fish tank. Yeah. He goes to three things as outlets: World Star, social media, and
sex.
And porn. Yeah, porn.
Yeah.
You know?
That's
and
it.
drugs. And the club. You know?
That's the depth of a nigga.
That's the depth of a nigga. So,
nigga ain't going beyond them boundaries. You know, if there's something beyond that, you know, we can't forget grandma.
Oh yeah.
Nigga love incorporate his grandma.
Big mama.
Big mama. Yeah, the Most High got something for you black ass niggas out here. Especially for all you so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American people that's still going to indulge in Christmas tomorrow, man. Yep. Most High gonna start getting rid of a lot of you people, man. Right. I hope a lot of you people catch a seizure like that dude at McDonald's when you cutting their hand. You know,
I hope so, man.
I hope the Spirit of the Lord start making moves on you demons, man.
That's right.
All you demons out here that neglect the word of Yahweh Shema Shai, neglect the words of prophecy, man. You keep indulging in these satanic rituals. You pray Yahweh Shema Shai bring judgment on all you goddamn demons, man.
That's right.
Come on, go ahead. I want to still get that Ephesians because that's what it's about. Understanding the time. We ain't got no time to be worried about Christmas and New Year. this is what it is right here, man. And his brothers ain't got families,
right?
You know, but we handling business right now.
And our family's on trip, man.
Yeah.
Right. My daughter 4 years old, man. She be like, nah, we don't celebrate Christmas. That's wicked. That's evil.
Right. Yeah, I'm saying you got a 4 or 5 year old girl that know more about Christmas than y'all big black asses, man. Most I gonna get rid of you black ass niggas, man.
This Numbers 23:19, and this is the back of what Brother Al-Bani was saying. It says, the Most High is not a man that he should lie, neither the Son of Man that he should repent.
Yeah, name a event in the scriptures where the Lord word didn't get accomplished, man.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And he always puts his word in who? The mouth of the prophets. Through what? Prophecy. Yep. That's where you get the word prophecy, to say before. So certain men said things before the actual event took place, and you have actually thousands of prophecies in the scriptures now. You know, you got major prophecies and you have minor prophecies. And there's a lot of minor prophecies, you know, and all of them came to pass. Majority of them came to pass, and the ones that didn't come to pass are still to come to pass in the days that.
No, hey, I take another level. There's prophecies that's not written, like with the book with John the Revelator. John saw things that the Most High told him not to write down.
And then he sealed it up.
He sealed it up. So there's prophecies and things that's going to take place that's going to catch us by God, off guard.
Well, the same thing happened with Yahweh Shai. If everything that he did was written down, like the scripture says, the world couldn't contain it.
Yeah,
he was a prophet. He didn't just say everything he said wasn't written down.
If he left everything, man, we would dissipate into another dimension.
We'd be like,
because I understand it would cause a different body. You can't even contain that amount of information in your body. It ain't enough room. It would just disappear and go. That's why he only gave us enough to be translated. You know, he gave us just enough to be translated from this flesh into the spirit. You know,
the little book.
Yep, the little book. Even though Jake looked at it, too many pages in there. Man, this book is more to the spirit of the Lord, man. You know, it's gonna be revealed in the kingdom. You know, but it got to be revealed. And notice it got to be revealed. We got to have new bodies to even get all that. We can't even have these bodies.
I feel a little bit. It says, "Since the Most High is not a man that he should lie, neither the Son of Man that he should repent."
Hey, Yahweh Shai today, tomorrow, and forever, man. What it is, Malachi 3:6. The Lord, I'm the Lord, and I change not.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the Most High said it, it's gonna happen, man.
He ain't change his mind.
That's right. You Edomites, if he said he hates you Edomites, he still hates you Edomites. Right.
That's what. And can I say in that point too? Because that's what these Christians do. These Christians think that the Most High changed his mind about, you know what? I'm not just gonna deal with Israel. I'm gonna deal with everybody now. Like the Lord just said, you know what? That's it. Because even in the scripture it says, the Most High not cast away his people which he foreknew. You know? And then he said, I'm going to make a new covenant with Israel. That didn't include all the other nations. So the Most High didn't repent from what he said because he's bound to his words.
Right.
You know, because that will make him a liar.
And that would give us grounds to come against the Lord in the spirit. Like, you're not a just power, right? Mm-hmm. But it's impossible for that to happen because he is a just power.
And that's why I speak about how he spoke on different covenants with Abraham. And he said that was the covenant. And he said that he didn't even choose Israel because of their righteousness, but because of the covenant that he had with the fathers. Man. Mm-hmm. He already established certain grounds with Abraham, and he talked to him, you know, face to face, so to speak. Yeah, he was a friend of the Lord. That was the ground that was established that he would be the father of many nations, and his seed will be blessed beyond all nations, man. Mm-hmm. And through Isaac, that seed, he begot Jacob.
Yep.
Jacob, those are the three patriarchs, which these historians and these Bible thumpers and these scholars, they know these things, man. Mm-hmm. And through that pure line, it was certain things that they got cursed from. You know, really starting off with the 12 tribes. The curses really started with them from the different actions that took place. Simeon and Levi slaying the
Reuben,
the individual, what was that? The Hamites.
Mm-hmm.
Reuben sleeping with his concubine, his father's concubine. Mm-hmm. You know, Judah did, you know, well. above all, that's why he received the inheritance of being the firstborn, so to speak. The blessing came to the loins of Judah. But the curses fell upon the 12 tribes. That's why when you read in Genesis 49, it spoke of bad conditions that would happen until the generations to pass, man.
Except for Judah, didn't say nothing bad about Judah.
Yep. But see, we had, and it had to happen generations down. That's why the scripture saying Songs of Solomon, not Songs of Solomon, excuse me, Lamentations, how the fathers have sinned and are not, and we have borne the sins. Right? But this is the time for us to cleanse our sins by what? The washing of the water of the word of Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
So that we could be endowed with those spiritual blessings, because it starts now. But the Lord actually having the Spirit, actually, having us have a magnetic pull to the Spirit, man. The Most High actually chose us to enter into this marvelous light, so to speak.
That's right.
This is the calling. This is the election. Everybody doesn't have the opportunity to hear these words and actually understand them and believe on them. But I have
it's a little bit more. It says, hath he said, and shall he not do it? Or hath he spoken, and shall he not make it good?
Yeah, the Most High gonna make it good, man.
Right.
If he said, he meant it. If the Most High speak it, it's gonna happen. And that comes with faith. That comes with faith, because not only do you read these words, you gotta believe these words. You gotta believe that Yahweh Bashim Shai is gonna perform these words in our lifetime. And wait. Because it ain't a whole nother generation that has to come 2 or 3 more generations, then the end comes down. This thing gonna happen in our lifetime. All these people out here, or majority of these people, they're gonna behold the destruction, the economic collapse, the concentration camps. They're gonna behold the chariots, and some people gonna be around to behold the actual coming of Yahweh Bashim Shai. And I tell you this, if you ain't a part of the elect, the 130 and 144,000, and you still on earth to see the Lord coming, he hates you. The Lord hates you.
Because it's actually room for you.
Yeah. If you get through the pestilence, the famines, the detention camps, the mass murders in the streets, and you make it all the way up to the coming of Yahweh Bashim Shai, and you ain't a part of that number, the Lord hates your guts. Yeah. And he got a missile for you demons. He'll burn you demons up.
That's why a lot of you old people still alive, man. You ever want certain old people that's alive?
You like, these old
goddamn, you still alive? You holding on? The Lord is preserving a lot of you old devils, man.
Like 89 and shit. 89. Still driving.
Yeah, that precept on it?
Yeah, it's Ephesians 5:15. Seeing then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise.
Yeah, see, it says walk circumspectly, man. Have your head on your shoulders, man. Understand that we walking in the valley of the shadow of death. We're in the midst of many unclean spirits that's trying to catch us away from this truth. Meaning what? You got to be prayed up. Your mind got to be occupied on prophecy. Try to be in the midst of the brotherhood, or if not, if you can't be around the brothers as much, be in communication with brothers, whether it's on the phone or text, staying locked into that spirit, man. That's being circumspect, watching what's going on in the world, man. Watching what's going on locally in your city, and nationally and globally, man. That's being a watchman. Go ahead, brother.
Redeeming the time, because the days are evil.
Hey, the scripture say redeeming the time. The word redeem means to buy back or to purchase back to oneself. Now, why do we have to redeem the time? Because we was lost for a certain amount of time. So that time frame, we became a man and we weren't in this truth. We gotta get that time back in some kind of way.
And the way we do it is being attentive to the word now.
So that's why it's in our spirit.
Yep, just like your brother said, so we could quicken our spirit. And it says, as it was in us to go astray, now seek the Lord 10 times more, man. So we gotta hustle, man. This ain't the time to be shucking and jiving, man. And if you ain't active, just studying the scriptures, watching, doing something that stay productive. This truth is about mass production, producing. This is a production-based job, so to speak. Man. You don't get paid by the hour here. The more you put in, the more you get out. The scripture says you reap what you sow. if you sow sparingly, you shall reap sparingly.
That's right.
If you sow plentifully, meaning you casting that seed out and pushing it out, you're going to get a heavier increase. And Yahweh Shah said, pray for that. Pray that laborers may enter in. You don't need no laborers. You don't need to hire men that's not going to labor, man. That's going to come on the job and goddamn, lean on the wall and fuck off till the time is up.
Well, you're right.
We need workers, man.
Yeah.
Quality.
Yep. And just like the brother said, quality workers, man. Men that's qualified to put up and certified from actually getting into these scriptures, from actually learning and watching it and building, man. That's how you become what? A master builder.
Right.
Yahweh Shah known as a master builder. He knew the layout and him being the chief cornerstone because he was active.
Yeah. And
he was constantly building and progressing towards that mark.
Yeah.
That's the mark that Paul was speaking about.
I got something for you real quick, bro. Sirach 22:1. A slothful man is compared to a filthy stone, and everyone will hiss him out to his disgrace.
Yeah, a lot of men be full of slothfulness, man. Just slow pokes. Just stuck on stupid.
Hey, a sloth, if you actually look at a sloth, the animal of sloth, it moves so slow that actually algae grows in its fur.
Yeah.
That's how slow it moves.
Yeah.
All right. So that's like you don't want to slow poke in this race, man.
A lot of sloths be moving so slow in those different countries. I forget where they actually native to, but they move so slow. A lot of them get ran over by cars.
Yeah,
they can't even cross the road. It takes a long time from a sloth to come down the tree, to go up the tree, to cross the road. Scripture speak about in Proverbs the 6th chapter. Go to the ant.
Yeah.
Ant is known for his working, man. His strength. It's basically always out scouting because you got scout ants. That's the ones that actually be leaving them trails in your house to the food, man.
Yeah.
The motherfuckers come back with a piece of potato chip, they get the whole gang, man.
Yeah. So that's how we gotta be,
And that's how you redeeming the time.
Yep.
You understand that, oh man, I gotta work as much. Matter of fact, we've been pulling the scripture out a lot. And Roxanne, you can get that John 94. I know y'all brothers probably got some precepts back there. We gonna get them brothers precepts too, man.
I got this last verse on.
Oh, okay, come on, go ahead.
Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is.
And what is the will of the Lord? To bring the kingdom of heaven into the earth, set up the kingdom of Israel under the order of Yahweh Shai and King David. All right, to take down Esau. All right, and establish a righteous government. That's the will of the Lord. All right, so we have to work towards that. You can't do anything about the ushering in of the kingdom of heaven.
Right.
You can't do anything against it. You can only do for it. So now that we found out we Israelites, and not only did we find out we Israelites, we Israelite men that's held accountable for building this temple spiritually. So if you run from it, you ain't doing nothing but setting up your shame in the future.
That's it.
That's all you're doing. If you run from this work, all you're going to do is you're going to set up your shame for the future to come, because you're going to be one of those men that started working and didn't finish. And what it tell you, you shall mock the man, say he ain't have a sufficient amount of funds. Man, this guy's crazy, man. Go ahead, Roxanne.
Yeah, this is St. John 9:4. I must work the works of him that's sitting.
That's right. See, we gotta work. We gotta put in that work, man. We see the end approaching, and we see, oh man, we got a lot more work to do, but not enough time. I mean, you gotta go in overdrive, man, before the job is over. I mean, you gotta, oh man, I gotta labor, man. I gotta put work in. I gotta grind.
Long nights and early mornings.
Yeah, and then if you see the men that's been on the job longer than you still grinding it out, what make you think you got leniency or liberty to fall back and let men that's been on the job for years go hard and not you? They setting the pace. It ain't like they saying do 3 videos a week and we gonna fall back. They setting the pace. So it really ain't no excuse for a young man that's supposed to be young and on fire in the spirit not to be on fire to do 3 videos and be in the midst of this thing, man.
Yeah, it tells you that in Proverbs. It says the young man is known through his labor, and the old man is known for his wisdom. So as the youth, you have the apostles and the elders that's the upper age, the age or the elders, but the young men, our spirit's supposed to be joyful with energy, man, productive. that's the problem with the new age too. You know, a lot of these new age niggas, man, they just tired, man. Yeah, these techno guys, man, they just want to play video games all goddamn day. Kids don't even want to go outside no more, man.
Yeah.
But you know, us in the spirit and this thing, we gotta push this truth, man. We gotta use it and extract the gift that the Most High gave us. Scripture say, neglect not the gift that's in you.
That's right.
Man. That's why apostles always promote that spirit of, man, be active, man. Yeah. Whether you learning about what apostle just spoke on that, what was that? Either today or I watched the video today. He might have posted a day or two ago, but he's speaking about learning those herbs, man. Like if you sick, you know, you gotta learn these different things. You gotta know this stuff, man. Instead of always running to Esau, the dependent source, depend on these scriptures, man. Learn these scriptures and understand the wisdom and understand, you know, how to actually search and figure things out.
For yourself.
Yeah, for yourself. That's the thing about being a man from being a child. A child always runs to his mom or somebody bigger than them and stronger than them to do the work for them because they're disabled. But in its truth, we're able, man. Yeah. We have the prophecy, we have the wisdom, we have the internet, the search, the Google.
Hey, you gotta want to work so much to where when you ain't working, you miss work. You know, that's you know how you work so much, you be at a job so much that when you ain't at a job, you be thinking about what you're gonna do the next day at the job. Hey, somebody get what's that? 1 Corinthians 16 and 15. We're gonna show you what one church, what kind of mentality they had at this particular church during the time of the Acts. They was gridlocked in this thing, man. I think it should be 1 Corinthians 16 and 15. Try that.
I'm gonna finish this verse.
Oh, okay, come.
Back in that St. John 9.
Come.
It's St. John 9 and 4. It says, I must work the works of him that sent me while it is day. The night cometh when no man can work.
That's right. So it's gonna be time where it's not gonna be any more labor out here. And then it's gonna be what? The destruction. You know, the tribulation, the pestilence, the chaos, anarchy, man. It's gonna be happening all throughout America. So right now, while it's daytime, we gotta be locked into this thing, man. Right. All right, get that 1 Corinthians 16.
I just wanted to just go into this one scripture. This is what I slightly quoted. I just wanted to just reiterate it. Clean it up. But it's Proverbs 20 and 29. The glory of young men is their strength, and the beauty of old men is their gray hair. And that's why I said the glory of young men is their strength through activeness, man. You know, it's a sense of, that's why you have a difference between a young lion and an old lion. Old lions are more so, they cover the territory. They make sure that everything is functioning as a proper society.
They're skillful.
Yeah, they're
skillful.
And in most cases, old lions just have sex in goddamn marked territory, man. Make it known that this is our you know, this is our habitat. So
they already put the fight in.
Yeah, and the young men, what do? They labor, they hunt. You know, they actually scout. They actually figure out who's trying to approach the territory, who's trying to take over. They watch. As an animal, that's one of the main things of survival is watching. Sense of heightened awareness. Yeah. If you're an animal and you don't know how to watch, if your senses ain't that high, then you're gonna die quick, man. Period. You know.
I got the Corinthians.
All right, go ahead.
All right, this 1 Corinthians 16 and 15. I beseech you, brethren, ye know the house of Stephanus, that is the first fruits of Achaia. Right. So this is a church out of Achaia, out of a city back in Achaia, the house of Stephanus. Go ahead. It says, and that they have addicted themselves to the ministry of the saints. See, they addicted themselves, man. They was addicted every day, if not every other day. You know, they locked into this thing, man. They pushing out the word, man. That's right. So what more men that see the signs with the physical eye, man? You know, men that see the signs that happening that's going to have a direct effect on each and every last one of our lives individually and collectively. We're supposed to be addicted to this thing, man. It really should not be a thing of forcing you to want to do the work. You're supposed to be like the house of Stephanus, man. Addicted to the ministry.
Or the church of Berea.
Yeah.
I got that precept too.
Okay, come, get that. Hey, somebody, one of y'all brothers, get the etymology of the word addicted. You don't go into that.
I'm looking up in the Greek.
Okay.
Okay, come.
Got it.
Yeah, go
Got
ahead.
it? Oh, you got it.
No, go ahead, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Acts 17:10. And the brethren immediately sent away Paul and Silas by night unto Berea, who coming thither went into the synagogue of the Jews. These were more noble than those in Thessalonica, in that they received the word with all readiness of mind and searched the scriptures daily whether those things were so.
See, this is another example of a church that was very prudent. This is a very prudent church. They're very diligent in their studies. They're very meticulous, you know.
Noble.
And noble.
Meaning to know. Because in order to be a noble stock, you have to have a level of knowledge, man. You have to have understanding the different bases and the ground rules and principles of all things, really. Isn't that in the scriptures? We have an unction from the Holy One, and we know all things. Look at Solomon. Solomon, when you read it in Kings, if I'm not mistaken, said he wrote him 1,000 proverbs, man. And that's what people actually came to see Solomon. They knew he had a lot of wealth and an immense amount of wealth, but they wanted to search this treasure chest, man, his spirit. You know, because of the wisdom and the things that he searched out to really, you know, get the fullness of the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shah. That's how we got it. That's the spirit that we have to emulate. Go ahead, that you have addicted.
All right, this is the Greek word for addicted.
1021.
All right, it says to put in order, to station, to place in a certain order, to arrange, to assign a place, to appoint. It says to appoint, ordain, order, to appoint on one's own responsibility or authority.
That's right. So meaning they had an established order, you know, in their church.
They were appointed to certain duties and tasks.
Certain duties, and they made sure that it was fulfilled. You know, their office was fulfilled. They didn't just appoint people to do certain things, and then you let your particular piece of the office go to waste.
Right.
You know, you just let your particular part of the work just fade out. Like, hey, brother, ain't you in charge of putting up these videos? What's going on? You can't be like that, man. You know, if your lot is to, you know, make signs, man, make signs.
Right.
If your lot is to, you know, you're responsible for this page in the camp, be responsible for the page, man. Don't let it go to waste. That's your portion of the labor. Right. It's an all-inclusive thing. You got to be addicted. I still want the etymology too. The etymology is hidden.
Yeah, I'll get the word addicted and addicted.
Yeah, because that is heavy.
Yeah. So addicted is from the 1530s. It means delivered over.
Go ahead.
And here's the word addict.
Yeah,
this is the
but
one.
let me hear that.
So
addict.
the word addict.
Because it said real quick. It said what? To be delivered over. You know. Right. Now this is a thing that your mind got to be delivered over to this faith, man.
Yeah, that's why it speaks about living waters. When you deal with living waters, you don't put your feet in it, man. You get immersed in it.
That's right.
You actually get, that's the baptism. When you baptize, you don't put
fully submerged.
Yes, fully submerged. You put your whole body in, and you let that water cleanse you and resonate with you, man.
Yeah.
A lot of men be thinking they deep in the word, and they just got they tiptoes in the water on the sideline, man. We love this word, man. You know what I'm saying? We full, we dived off the diving board straight into this water, man. And we in it, man. And we swimming, and we soaking the spirit up, man. Like we can attest for ourselves. We reading examples of churches of old, but I'll speak on the behalf of the Church of Atlanta, man. And I can say, I know these brothers right here with me, we addicted to this, man.
We own it.
We own it. There's nothing else. Like another point, which is we're talking about this. If you call yourself a man of the Lord and you have a problem talking to another fellow yokeman, but you okay talking to niggas in the world,
that's a problem.
That's a problem, man.
You need to examine yourself.
You need to examine yourself because I don't know how. I'm to a point in my life, I don't know how to deal with niggas.
It's hard.
I look at niggas like literally a stranger. Like I don't know. I can't talk to you, and you can't talk to me. We don't understand. We don't resonate with each other. So I kind of shun. You're supposed to really shun everybody in the world and look at your fellow brothers like, okay, I'm home. I'm at home field, man. Okay, yeah. Okay, what's up? I can talk now.
If I could say, Proverbs says, keep thy foot from evil.
Right.
So why would I want to be around a nigga?
Hey, was it 1 Corinthians what is that, 14? What communion is light have with darkness?
Yeah.
Okay, none. All right, and that's another point. Like, if I could add to what the brothers are going into, as we get closer and closer to the time of the Lord, you gotta apply those basic scriptures, man. All that having nigga friends, all that. That's my partner. That's my boy. He cool though, you know. And that shit, fuck all that shit, man.
In that day, he not gonna be cool with you. Scripture says, "Man shall it says the love of many shall wax cold." Yeah. So here it is. You got a nigga friend. He don't really have no ties or anything, or no real
fear the Lord.
Yeah. So in that day, if it comes down to him or you, he gonna choose him and he gonna take you out.
Yeah.
But if you
niggas are
brothers, you know, you got brothers around you, you're gonna think about yourself and the brothers around you, and together through the Spirit, y'all gonna get through the situation.
And you know another thing too, Tazai, niggas are not addicted to the ministry. Niggas are addicted to lean. You can't be around them. They've given themselves over to that addiction. They've given themselves over to that addiction. Crackheads, you don't see crackheads. You don't see crackheads hang with meth heads. Crackheads hang with crackheads.
Right. That's right.
You know?
Birds of a feather flock together.
Right. Weed heads. What do they have? Their common addiction is weed. So weed heads don't hang around crackheads. All right. So that's the same thing in the truth. If we're addicted to the ministry, you hang with the other men that's addicted to the same addiction. Right. So let's go back.
Just like with even fish, when you deal with different fish or different species of different animals, is very
rare.
It's very rare, and it's also things that animals don't do. They don't hang with leopards, don't hang with lions, and tigers don't hang with other lions. You know, different things like that. Right. They keep themselves with their habitat, man. Mm-hmm. You know, they keep themselves with their own, and even the scriptures be so distinct about things like that because it tells you that you really can't, you ain't supposed to do that, and certain people you're not even really supposed to, like back in the day you couldn't even sleep with other nations, man, because it was all about yourself. And the Most High broke it down to even tribes. Judah can only live with Judah, Simeon can only live with Simeon, and all these different tribes will be distinguished amongst even the tribes. So how much more a nigga, man? Yeah. Somebody that's totally obsolete and totally outside of the scriptures. They don't want to have
profane.
To do with us.
A nigga is profane. Right. The scriptures lay it out where it says Esau was profane. Okay, but a nigga is profane, man. Right.
Well, just like you said, a nigga is a stranger. All right. When you go into that word Gentile, a stranger. Yeah. They're literally strangers. You know, because they stuck in that Gentile state of mind.
If you're not a Crip and you hang around Crips, eventually you're gonna become a Crip. That's right. Period. True. If you're not a crackhead, but you hang around crackheads, eventually the demons from them crack addicts, some of your is gonna make you want to hit that pipe. Simple, man.
It's true.
Go back to that. You want to say something, Rob?
Yeah, I got a quick precept on that.
Okay, go ahead.
This James 4:4. Ye daughters and ye adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with the Most High.
Hey, these scriptures is written. How many scriptures we done went over? How many lessons brothers done about not being in the midst of niggas and people of the world? There's plenty. We've done plenty of lessons on that. Jake still likes to carve out that path of the world, and it bites you in your ass every time, man. Every time. Because what happens is Jake be thinking that they stronger than these demons. Just because a person does not know the truth does not mean that you can gain advantage of that person, man. He may got heavier wicked demons on him than you got righteous spirits on him. Because they got more time. These demons got more time in the world. Yeah. The amount of time that we have in the truth, those demons far supersede you in wickedness, man. You know? So why are you trying to be around that energy zone, man? That level of unrighteousness, man? Thinking that these niggas don't know the truth, I'm better than these niggas. The demons that's on them are way stronger than you, man. This is a thing that you got to be latched on to the spirit of Yahweh Basham Shai.
If that's the case, men wouldn't fall out the truth behind their woman, man.
Yep.
Or they wouldn't fall out for other their jobs. It's spirits connected to everything, man.
Everything has a vibration.
Everything has a vibration on it. So you got to know your weaknesses and your strengths, and what the spirit got us focusing on right now is going into this so-called new year and moving forward in the spirit. Men got to get out of that spirit of wanting to be cool with fucking niggas, man.
Yeah.
All right, all that being cool with Tyler and Darius and all these niggas, man. All right, man, just go on your job, put an act on, all right, and leave their ass at the job, man.
Yeah, let them do what they do.
Let them do what they do. But that whole carrying that spirit of, listen, man, when it comes to my phone action, the only outside of these men that you see right here and the few that's not here, man, the only people that call me outside these people on my phone is my job, my mom, right, my dad, my rib, and that's it.
That's it.
Ain't no Sean hitting me up, man, talking about going to play pool and shit.
Big Mark.
Big Mark. Yeah.
Oh, bro.
Yeah. A lot of you gonna start getting, a lot of you're not following the spirit, you're not following the orders. Because really we, as men of the Lord, we putting charges out there. That's what we doing. We telling men that through the order of Yahweh Shemi Shai not to do these things, but that the Lord's telling through the word. So when you decide, nah, man, I can do this. When you find yourself in positions and you find yourself looking down the barrel of a gun, all right?
Hey, that's what happened.
I got a clip of you.
John. Yeah. Hey, brothers. Yeah, we gonna take some of these brothers too, man. Yeah, let the brothers eat, man.
This is Proverbs 22:3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself.
Hey, niggas gotta die.
Yeah.
Why would you connect yourself with 2/3 that at any second now in the times that we in could drop fucking dead, man? Don't be trying to ride in the car with these niggas, because you might be right there in the car with a nigga and it might be his time and the Lord might put his ass to death because you didn't take heed to the word, man.
Right. That's right.
Just say no to niggas, man.
Niggas is worse than drugs. Niggas are worse than drugs.
Niggas are drugs.
And you can't get addicted to niggas.
Hey, man, that right there is Israelite 101.
Yeah.
Don't hang around niggas. We don't care how cool the niggas are, man. Niggas are pure cool. Like Jake is a very cool nation, man. They cool to hang around. You can have a good joke, laugh, but you got to remember the demons that they have on them. Just stay away from darkness, man. Because darkness is gonna put your light out, man. It's gonna put your light out.
And gross darkness.
Gross darkness. That's that Egypt darkness. It said the darkness was so thick it was felt. You could feel it. Actually, you could feel the darkness.
Can't light a candle. That mummy.
Yeah.
You know, when you watch the movie The Mummy and they be in them caves and that darkness come in, they put them candles out.
Yeah. You know, and that's why we can't be interlocked spiritually with people that's not addicted to this ministry.
That's it, right?
You know.
Let me finish.
Yeah. Well, let Rob finish
Okay.
that, and then
Back in James 4:4, it says, whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of the Most High.
And that word there is cosmos. So that's talking about a particular. That's talking about a particular organizational, harmonious arrangement. That's talking about this world, man, America. All right, because these niggas ain't nothing but products of America. You know. So when you hang around a nigga, you hanging around Babylon. That's just another facet of Babylon. You know, you got many groups within this one world. All right, you got sports, you got athletics, you got the hip hop scene, you got artistry, you got musicians, entertainment world. You got all kind of different parts of the world in this world of America. So if you be a friend with that, then you're an enemy with Yahweh Shema Shai, because what? Did not Yahweh Shai tell Peter, this is not my kingdom? You know? So you ain't supposed to be connected to nothing out here in this place, man.
That's it, man.
Just get your daily bread, you know, go like the brother said, go to work. Now, of course, brothers, you know, brothers want to step out and go somewhere, go to a bar or something. Right. Of course, use discretion. Don't be going to the cave and shit. You know, you pulling up there, you know, your local city trap club. Right. Hey, go to you know, Tez, Montana or something. Have a shot with a brother. Man, get in, get out.
Oh man, just be in the house, man. Be in the house and chill. Just be in the house and chill, man. Just keep it simple. Yeah. Like that's what we pushing, man. Just keep it simple. And we're not saying be over righteous either, because I'd be a liar if I say I don't got certain family members that are cool that I go, but I know that this guy here, he ain't gonna have us pulled over by the cops. He ain't gonna have me at a fucked up situation. Right. He ain't gonna have me chilling with a bunch of women that got men. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know who you dealing with, man. But overall, hey, I ain't got no problems cutting them off. Right. Yeah. But that's a beautiful scripture that brother read, man, because you got a lot of men that be in this ministry and they want to be cool with every fucking body, man. I don't want to be liked. All right? Fuck the world. Yeah. Fuck the world with the people in it. Yeah, fuck the niggas. All right? I hate niggas. I hate niggas. I hate these nigga women. I hate these nigga kids. All right? That's part of the whole thing too. You always want women. You want to be the light. Like the spirit be heavy on that too. Fuck these women, man. Right. We going into a time now where it's like, hey man, it's just us. It's just this platoon of Atlanta, and we in the trenches, man. All right? Fuck all that being with the women, all the niggas. You got a lot of niggas. Here we are. We in the war. It's like World War II. We like Blind Fury. We in a tank. Yeah. And you over here trying to get some drinks and fuck hoes, man. Yeah.
Are you in a foxhole and you goddamn, you know, sometimes men be leaving the foxhole. You goddamn bring a nigga in the goddamn hole. Well, yeah, you know, he pretty cool, you know, he got a big combo. Nigga trying to, like, no, he's not part of the unit, man.
You can't make him a part of the unit.
Like, no, bro.
You can't make a nigga a part of the unit. It's a process. It's a process of initiation.
You gotta go through boot camp.
You got first of all, that soldier gotta want to be a part of that army, first and foremost. You can't make somebody be a part of something that they don't want to be a part of. That's first and foremost. That's right. So it's gonna have to come by that soldier effort with this troop. And you'll start seeing them coming down to the camp, asking questions, watching the videos, showing diligence. Step 2 is more so, hey, you know, through observance, like, hey, well, you know, you could come in and you know, into this service. You don't just bring anybody around because they cool, because you're bringing men around other men that's addicted to something. That's right. If everybody is addicted to something, you're gonna be able to tell when somebody else is not addicted. That's right. If everybody's smoking crack, you gonna know that, well, you high, ain't you? You high, but it's gonna be that one person. You must don't smoke that rock, huh?
Well, you see, you don't tell. It's an actual drug. It's a look with everything, man. If you smoke weed, you got the black lips.
Yeah, you got the glowing red eyes.
Red eyes. If you smoke crack, you got the, you know, sunk in eyes.
Yeah, the pink burnt lips.
Yep. Yeah. So if you go to these scriptures, you gotta like.
And you know what happens when you start looking? I'm gonna say, you know what happens when you start looking at men, like in that case, like you said, if you in a den right off the bluff, and it's a bunch of niggas that's all they do is smoke crack, all right, and one guy don't do it, they gonna look over like, man, this guy might be the police.
Yeah. Like, why is he here?
Why is he here, man? He ain't right.
Like, who invited this man?
Hey, look, because I hit you with this. People from New York know this to be a fact. If you from New York, you know this to be a fact. You can tell the difference in a Brooklyn person from a Queens person. Yeah. And you can tell the difference from somebody that's from Long Island versus somebody that's from the Bronx. Yeah. Just like here in Atlanta, you can tell when somebody's from the west side of Atlanta. You can tell when somebody's from the east side of Atlanta. It's two different mannerisms and way of living. You know, so you can tell. You know, that's the same thing in this truth, man. You know, you can't bring outsiders into this faith thinking that it's gonna click and mesh, because the men of the Lord are addicted to these scriptures. That's right. And you bring around somebody else that's not addicted, it's gonna stand out like a sore thumb.
Yeah, it's a certain physical makeup that comes with everything, man. You know, just like we said before, whatever you indulge in gonna actually show in your countenance. The scriptures speak about the countenance. You know a man about his walk. You got that? Okay.
Bring it out.
Ecclesiastes 19:29. A man may be known by his look, and one that have understanding by his countenance.
Yeah, see, those are the detectives. Those are the things that you could. That's how you learn through body language, man. You know, and we looking to have men that's actually serious and that's signing up for the battlefield, man. Even men that be around, you still got to critique these men.
Yeah.
You know, we always got to get critiqued. You know, from the apostles always speaking about, you know, camp heads and different men in command and you know, men that's coming in. It's always a regiment and an order that we always got to follow, man. And these people that's not following it, they're not part of this, man. They're not part of the nucleus. Keep yourself in this energy circle. Don't deviate and don't bring unclean spirits in. That's how you keep the energy pure.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, you mentioned that word order, and that the brother just brought out that word added goes back to order. You know?
Yeah, we want to get that. Yeah, we want to get back into that etymology because this right here. This is how you hit the point home. Because hey, believe it or not, all this stuff is tying into measuring the times.
That's right.
Yeah, you gotta know who you keeping company with, man. You know, when you get caught out there, if you know you hang, why would you hang around some Crips knowing that they got beef with some Bloods around the corner? Yeah. They just always getting into some it could just be that time you hanging around the way you just get caught out there, man. Yeah. You want to keep company away from them addicts. You want to hang around the men that's addicted to the ministry, like the House of Stephanus, man. Let's
so many swords, man.
Hey, this is a high level of energy here. Go ahead, Kashimaru, with that.
I'm gonna read both the noun and the verb. Okay,
I'm gonna let you read it through.
This is addict, which is one given over. This is addict the noun. One given over to some practice. Okay, and then this is addict the verb, to devote or give up oneself to a habit or occupation.
You just give up. You just like, I'm not fighting it no more. Like when you become an addict to, like niggas now addicted to drinking lean and all that shit. They just give up. Like I'm not even resisting the urge I know I'm not supposed to.
Like they're not quitting.
They're not quitting, you know, and that's us. We just, man, we're not gonna fight the fact that this is the word of the Lord. This is our service. We're giving over to it, man.
Yeah. And these guys that's not giving over to it. That's why the scriptures give you a way of dealing with it. It says, him that's a heretic, after 2 or 3 admonitions rejected. You know, what scriptures also say that the ones don't believe in the Lord, call them count them as an anathema, maranatha, meaning somebody that's not basically a part of this and is doomed to woes, meaning to destruction.
Be cursed.
Yeah, the ones that's not a part of this ministry are cursed. Paul never gave shout out to niggas, man. When he spoke to different churches, he spoke about different people that was part of the ministry. Yep. And the more you actually are a part of the ministry, you dedicate it, you start to see that this is all that I can't occupy myself in. If you're a businessman, you don't get with basketball players and all these fucking. It doesn't make sense. You're trying to. Your whole thing is to build and to elevate your company, elevate your spirit, man. Whatever you actually indulge in. That's why Esau keeps his society fluctuates, so to speak, because they know how to run as a cohesive unit. You know, they don't mix and mingle with other. They keep the rich with the rich. They keep the poor with the poor. That's order on the whole, man.
Yeah.
And some men just be out of order.
Yep.
They try to do too much. This truth is, man. That's why brother said that initially, keeping it simple. Focus on the prophecies. Focus on the scriptures. Learn the spirit of the Lord. Learn about, learn from different men. Do your videos. Outside of when you have to work and your downtime, if you have a woman and kids and getting up with the brothers, that's all your time really on the whole. On top of some of your hobbies you may have, whatever brothers do, exercise or whatnot. So you don't have room for nigga them, man. You shouldn't have, but Jake making room, man.
Yeah, Jake cleared the schedule for some nigga activity. Quick, motherfucker, you have more to that?
No, that's all it.
That was it. That was it. All right, watch it out. Bring it in, then I got one too.
This is Ecclesiastes 13 and 17. It says, what fellowship have the wolf with the lamb?
Oh man, come on, man. What fellowship have the wolf with the lamb? None, zero, man. That is a predator versus prey relationship. It's not a friend. It ain't the kingdom of heaven yet. Go ahead. Right. That's gonna be in the kingdom when that's gonna happen. Not here. Too many demons.
Out of order, man.
Demons on the animals.
Yeah, the Most High say He sent us forth as sheep. So why the fuck you getting? Why you actually going around wolves?
Sheep just walking up to the wolf. What's going on, bro? What? The wolves gonna be looking like they're tripping.
That's a retarded shit.
But you know that's really what demons do. When you come around demons, that the energy focuses in on you. You know what you doing? Yeah. Where you been at, man? Everybody want to action. You know they want to. They make everything about you because the demons on them is licking their chops. Yes. They trying to find an angle how to get you.
And they're like, come on in, man. Come on.
They're like, this nigga,
door, man.
They like, man, this nigga's around.
Right.
What? This nigga's around? You gotta be kidding me. Okay.
It's easy, prayer.
Easy. And people, and you're gonna see, man. It's like the brother said earlier in the book of Matthew, man. The love of many shall wax cold, man. And you're gonna see the Most High gonna start stripping that little bit of love and peace amongst these brute beast niggas. Yep. You gonna see these people, man. That's why that whole thing and pushing his word on everybody. You just opening yourself up. You're gonna see, man. All these people, when they come down to it, they will sell your ass cheap.
They ain't with it. They ain't with it.
That's right.
That's what go ahead, Ratazah.
Yep. It says, what fellowship have the wolf with the lamb? Mm-hmm. So the sinner with the godly.
What fellowship, man? You can't make another man a man of the Lord. Right. That the Most High. That's the Most High's choice, man. You know, you can't be wrapped up into the world.
Yeah.
You're gonna try to bring. That's like bringing a unclean item to the sacrifice, man. This is a sacrifice we're doing here. You gotta bring the unclean nigga to a supposed to be a holy sacrifice, and you want to try to bring a unclean nigga to the altar, man.
A nigga to the Passover.
Come on, man. It don't work like that. Yeah. You know, the Most High don't take pleasure in that, man. That's why John the Baptist said what? Bring forth fruit, meat for repentance. All right? That's the mentality, man. Niggas, a lot of these niggas out here is not meat for. They got tattoos and shit on their face. You know, they did all kind of, bull crap. You know, they can't come into this. This is a thing of being holy, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, can't join a nigga into this.
And then you have a lot of Israelites that'll jump up. They'll say, "Well, how is y'all hung with publicans and sinners?" Well, you don't have no understanding of what that scripture means. The Lord wasn't just hanging with niggas because he wanted to be a nigga with them in his downtime. Man.
Right. Yeah, throw some drinks back.
Yeah, he was getting with them because he was built in them, man. He was doing certain things. Like when you read the ministries, I wish I was cleansing spirits off of people. That was his job. He said, "What the physician need not
he that is whole need not a physician.
He that is whole need not a physician, but them that are sick." So those publicans and sinners, those were men that actually sinned. They did certain offenses to the society, so to speak. And in a lot of cases, those were outcasts. They had a certain mark on them. They wasn't worthy of death because they would have been put to death under Israel's law. Yeah. That's why you had the Sanhedrin and different things like that. But they were still sinners. They might have robbed somebody, and then
leopards,
or leopards or different things of that degree. So they were counted. They had the stamp of sinners on them, but that didn't mean that they weren't worthy to come into repentance. Mm-hmm. That's why Yahweh Shah went out his way when the Pharisees and the Sadducees actually put that label on them as being sinners, and he spoke to them this word to cleanse them, man.
Yep.
Not to be a nigga, man.
Right.
And after you see that certain people can't get it, what you do? You go back. You after you see that fish, you catching the wrong fish, you take it off you and you throw it back in, man.
It's unclean.
It's unclean.
Don't take it to the house and put it in the aquarium.
Yeah, I got something real quick.
I got something after.
All right, y'all brothers got something on deck. I know they got something. So let's just try to get the precepts and expound and then just keep moving. All right, this is Sirach 27:12. If thou be among the indiscreet, observe the time, but be continually among men of understanding.
Right, and
that's self-explanatory, man.
Right, and that's what we was just been saying. The times that we living in, you have to be watching. You have to observe. You can't be around all these people that's not in tune with the spirit. because you get caught out there.
Throw your tune off.
You know, right. They'll throw your tune off. Scripture says, if thou be among the indiscreet, observe the time. You know, but it says, but be continually with a godly man. You know, you still have to be amongst the brothers, man. You got to be involved in the ministry in some kind of way. You know, because what that does is that is further cleansing you away from being around the indiscreet.
And because you know what, I always joke about the brother that was, you know, our camp head. I always say, man, he always puts spirits on, because, and you know, people always think about, man, he putting spirits on you as a negative way. Right. But the brotherhood, these men, they put good spirits on you. So you always want to be around men that's not going to put negative spirits on you, but are going to put the faith spirits in you, the wisdom spirits on you.
Keep you going.
Keep you going.
They put that motivation, they amp you up in the spirit. But because see, brothers are jewels. Now you ever, you know, when your Yahweh Shema Shai is gathering all of his different jewels, and you may see one brother and how he thinks, and you like, that's brother, you think in a unique type of way, bro. I never thought about it like that. That's an actual rarity to find a man that's so different, but that's just like you.
Yep.
So different, but just like you, man. That's so rare. And nobody else has that in common.
Right.
Not even amongst any of these other addicts. The only thing that they have in common is that the actual drug that they're taking.
That's it.
But we the same in judgment. All right. We don't eat nothing. We don't eat, or we eat the same things. We got the same judgment. We got the same vision.
That foundation is the same within us.
Yep. We got the same history. Yep. You know, we speak the same things amongst each other. That's why even niggas, Crip niggas. Some niggas, they got certain morals they live by that some niggas within the same organization don't live by.
That's right.
You know, they ain't mentally there. The only thing they got in common is the blue rag.
That's it.
That's it. But see, in this ministry, we are nothing but jewels of Yahweh Shema Shai that's so unique and different, but they are the same at the same time. And that's what the brothers are saying. That's who you be around. That's another part of measuring in time.
That's it. I got some. It's 10 chapters away from what you just read. Ecclesiastes 37:12. And it reads, but be continually with a godly man whom thou knowest to keep the commandments of the Lord, whose mind is according to thy mind, and will sorrow with thee if thou miscarry.
Yeah, and this truth is all about making you a greater individual. That's why it said, he that's among the wise shall be wise, and he that's a companion of fools shall be destroyed. The word company goes back to what? Who you break bread with. Who do Yahweh shall break bread with? Men that was of the righteous. Even among the disciples, he had the 12 who he broke bread with. Yep. You know, he had a separate Passover, so to speak, outside of everybody in Israel. You know, when we would do certain things with our nation, it tells you that in Tobit.
Yep.
When he was when he had a feast, he spoke about getting somebody that was basically of the knowledge and wisdom of Yahweh by Shema Shai, and you bring him into the house. Because what happens when you bring a nigga in the house, man? He's scouting, he's seeing what kind of TV you got. Oh, that's a $4,000 TV. I see he got some $2,000 laptops. I know he got a certain network, man.
Maybe in the cabinet, going into your Star Crunches and your Captain Crunch.
And then you be wondering why you get R. Kelly, man. You got that blowing your crib, your shit cleaned up. That shit like moved out.
Looking like it's a new build.
Yeah. Damn.
Nigga come through and run through your house so much, he'll change the actual dimensions of your house. The chimney over here and shit.
You know? But like we saying, man, just to reiterate, for men, man, that's a heavy demon on you if you still in that spirit of trying to be cool with the world.
Pro nigga,
be Trinity, man. We about to enter in a time where heavy persecution and which measuring in times, man. Yep. Heavy persecution and tribulations is about to come our way, man. So like we just read in Sirach 37, man, continue with the men that sorrow with thee. Like this brother right here just said. I personally would rather be in the worst time ever, with a man that'll lay his life down for me than be with a nigga that have no problem laying me down.
Yeah.
They gonna have no
A nigga will lay you down quick, man.
You won't think twice about it. That's the thing about it.
And it'll be your so-called your nigga.
Yeah, well, we see that all the time. Well, Jake, they go into that negotiation room, and when that nigga asks for a cigarette and a hot plate and some coffee, he about to give it up on his whole organization.
You can paid in full.
Yeah,
paid in full. Who was that? That was
Rico.
Rico. There it is. Rico met Mitch in jail, and they was cool. All right, but the whole time he was lining them up, man. And then when Mitch fell in that hard time when he was trying to get his nephew back and everything, he thinking this is my right hand man. Nah, he's got my back. That's the same nigga that shot him and robbed him, man. When he was at his weakest point, man.
Yep. I must bring this out, Baba Shah.
Yeah.
It's Sirach 37 and 4. There is a companion which rejoiceth in the prosperity of a friend, but in the time of trouble will be against him.
When you got something to offer to a nigga, he your buddy. He your pal, man. Y'all gonna work on the business. You know, we gonna do this. We got this plan. You know, we gonna need this. You got this. We gonna need that from you, right? As soon as you don't have those actual resources from that person,
right,
that nigga is gonna look at you as not being an asset but a liability.
Right? Yeah,
you no longer need him.
Niggas got spirits like nigga women, man.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is.
They value through the substance that you actually have. They're gonna try to suck everything you have. They gotta, cause you know they have succubuses and they have actual incubuses. Right. That's the male counterpart of a succubus. The succubus is of course, a demon that actually sucks the life out of men. Mm-hmm. You know, through sexual, intercourse and different things of that nature. That's what the demon is referenced as. And the incubus is the same type of spirit, man. But that's these niggas, man. Yeah. These spirits actually exist. These fucking leech ass. That's what they call parasites.
Yeah, right.
Parasite goes to the word parasiticos, which means to eat at another's table. He just trying to leech off you. And after he extracted all your goods like a damn vampire, he's gone, man. On to the next host.
That's a nigga. That's what you call a nigga. And you can't, if you measuring the times, really, to be honest, you can't be in the truth, and you ain't gonna have time for niggas.
Right.
Yeah.
Because if you watching like a watchman is not,
especially at this time.
Yeah, a watchman is not just kicking it. He's on his watch. He's on his lead.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mark.
I'll start with Sirach 37 and 4. There's a companion which rejoiceth in the prosperity of a friend, but in the time of trouble will be against him.
That's the time of Jacob's trouble.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
What do you think? Who do you think we gonna be getting into it without him? The same niggas we probably grew up with.
Yep. That's right.
You crossed the path with one of them grimy niggas that you went to school with, and you lived in the same neighborhood with. And that day it's either gonna be you or him.
Yeah.
What you think? You gonna be like, hey, come over here, black brother.
Yeah, he cool.
It's black power. That nigga gonna have the mentality like, fuck niggas, man. I seen niggas in the army. Niggas came through the neighborhood shooting up the neighborhood. Right. Fuck niggas. He gonna look at you like a nigga. Mm-hmm. And you always gonna be one or the other. So you don't have no time to be hanging with the enemy, man. All right. Like you look at the movie Planet of the Apes, you had the sellout ape. Mm-hmm. You can't be around that nigga, man.
Absolutely.
Go ahead, brother.
There is a companion which helpeth his friend for the belly, and taketh up the buckler against the enemy.
Yeah, they want to use you for your resources.
Yeah, I kill this nigga for you.
Yeah, I die for you.
I die for you.
And Jake love talking about thick and thin.
Right.
You don't even know what that means.
You see what you see what happened to you see what happened to Peter?
Yep.
Peter was down for the cause, but the spirit wasn't with it. All right. That's why you gotta continue with men that move in the spirit. Yahweh should be Yahweh Shai, because there's safety in that.
Yeah.
All right.
And in this truth, you should always want to enhance your life, not be with spirits that's gonna put it out. Man. Niggas are negative. That's a negative energy, man. It's not gonna impact you on a positive vibe. Everything deals with vibration and spirit. From the women you deal with, to the food that you indulge in, to the stuff you watch on TV.
It makes up your character.
Everything that's characteristics. And all your characteristics are all go into who you actually are.
That's right.
And you should actually deal with the best, so to speak. whatever you put your time into, it should be valuable, man. A nigga has no value. That's why you got to spend time with the spirit of things, man. Studying, because you have the same individuals that just overindulge in niggerdom, and then when it comes to the scriptures, they're not good at it, man. They don't get into the Greek, they don't get into the Hebrew, they don't get into the prophecy, they don't get into the history.
All they go like Deuteronomy 28:68.
Yeah. Hey, that's just like you turn on you go in the kitchen and you turn on the water all the way. You open the faucet up all the way. You got a couple of drips that come out. That's a nigga.
Yeah.
Where the living water's at, man?
You get in the shower, think you about to be in. It's covered.
It's dropping. You got the water. The pipes open to full capacity. That's a nigga, because only thing he can bring out is what he put in, which is bullshit. That's why I say the dog that returned to his own vomit. Like that's you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta be that water has to be like flowing out of your vessel, because when you see a brother that's around and he always got a precept, he always want to be around, he always got a good question. You can tell what that brother's putting. He's actually putting that water in him, and it's coming out.
It's activated him.
It's activating him because why? He's addicted himself to the ministry, and that's a part of measuring the time. All right, understanding that a famine of the word is coming. How if you understand that a famine of the word is coming, you measuring the times, then you're gonna try to get in. As much as possible before it's shut down.
That's right.
You're gonna try to, get into this thing, addict yourself to the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Awashai, so that you will have enough wisdom and understanding that's going to carry you through the day of tribulation. Right. Because the day of tribulation it's going to be individual tests happening throughout the world.
Hey, and if I could say that's why what we're going into about this whole not dealing with nigga spirit, because really that whole spirit of you being in this truth and you still trying to be cool with niggas in the world is because you don't have the mental strength to make hardcore decisions in your life. And if you can't make decisions right now, when it's as simple as ignoring a text message or not making a phone call or changing your phone number to avoid people, of not going to this gym and going to that gym. You get what I'm saying? If you can't make simple things right now, what you gonna do when it's like you gonna be that same person in the day of trouble? Oh man, it's a woman, man. She's in a bad situation. Let me help her. Not knowing she got a whole gang of goddamn warriors.
It'd be like in the Book of Eli.
Yeah, Book of Eli. Yeah.
See, the men gonna find themselves. They're not gonna be able to make them. Man, fuck that lady. Fuck that old person. Right?
Yeah.
That person. If that person wouldn't be in that situation over there, if they had Yahweh Bashim Awashai. Yeah. So fuck them.
And the spirit of the Lord is gonna let you know who to deal like that with too.
Yeah, that's what it's all about judgment.
Yeah, because it's all about judgment. And the Most High gonna have us in a whole nother spirit in that time anyway. The brothers gonna be straight up hunters, man. brothers, it's gonna be a point in time where the fishing rod is gonna go up, and the spear is gonna come out.
That's right. Yep.
So brothers gonna have a whole nother mind frame, man. When you at that sparrow hanging on that branch,
right?
Looking at the dick.
We're gonna be like great white sharks, man. That little bit of blood, they smell that little bit of blood in the water, and it just be like, I don't see shit else. But
that's what it's gonna be. But that means we have to build the mind frame. The kingdom of heaven is an ideology. All right, it's a way of thinking. It is a way of doing. All right, that's what the kingdom of heaven is. Character builders. It's a build up of character. But what characteristics should we be putting in our spirit? The fruits of the spirit. Yep. Righteousness, brotherly love,
long suffering,
faith, patience, virtue, things of that nature. That's what we should be applying, because all of those characteristics make up the governing body of the kingdom. All right. So that's the same thing right now. We have to put these characteristics in our spirit. So once the Most High activated, we turn into hunters, man.
Right.
It has to be into you to activate. So that's why the Most High has us doing what? Occupy yourself, man. He's telling you, occupy yourself. Flip your talent. You know, because he's going to activate certain things within our spirit. But if there's nothing there to activate, you're just going to be out here.
You're going to be the prey.
You're going to be out, and it's going to cause your faith gonna fail you in that day, because you ain't building.
That's right. We coming into times now in the spirit where if you ain't right, man, and the Most High might activate a brother right next to you laboring and put your ass to death, man. Like that's the times we coming into. Like everybody, that one person, like we said, it's like, yo, spirit might zone. You know, we done seen it where the spirit zone in on a man.
Zone in. Yeah.
And we, like you said, we see it zone in from a fisherman's aspect.
Yeah.
So when the spirit of the Lord activate that hunter in man and we use that spirit zone in on the man, like, man, this guy ain't right. You know, man, fuck it, but I'll be right back, man. And the men ain't gonna be like, nah, man, stop. Like, man, fuck him, man. Next thing you know, he chopped.
Absolutely. Because but it all comes from planting this truth. Let's get some precepts.
Yeah, come.
Okay. Go ahead.
Second is 8:50. I'll start at 54.
As a matter of fact, hit 50.
Yeah, sorry.
All right, 50.
One of my favorites.
For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world.
Right. That's another part of measuring the time.
Yep.
Understanding that, oh shit, it's about to be something major that's gonna happen. You know, go ahead, brother.
Because they have walked in great pride. But understand thou for thyself and seek out the glory for such as be like thee.
Does that not, when it says seek, that means what? You have to watch. You have to desire something. Something should be in your vision that you should be seeking after, that you should be chasing after, which is what? The kingdom of heaven. What does it look like? Here it is. You play in the NBA. And you got a team, a whole team full of athletes that's trying to get to the championship, and that's everybody's vision. But you got one nigga on your team that's over there kicking it with NFL players, trying to, see. So how you think y'all gonna get to the championship? Meanwhile, you got a team over here that's about to win the championship, and you over here kicking it with a whole nother nigga that's really not even gonna make the playoffs. That's Jake's mentality. That's why I said seek. You have to seek it out, man. You gotta have the same vision, man. The scriptures say where there is no vision, the people fall.
I was gonna get that.
People perish. It's like perish. The water.
I got something else. I'm gonna add it. This is Matthew 6 and 33. All right. But seek ye first the kingdom of the Most High, and his righteousness, and all things shall be added unto you.
And that's what it starts with us right now, man. That's why the Lord said, lo here, lo there, the kingdom of heaven is within you. Each and every one of us represent a domicile of the kingdom. Each and every one of us is a piece of that treasure that's going to be structured in Israel, so to speak. It speaks about, the 12 tribes even have their own stones, the onyx stone, the diamond, the jasper. So you got to actually take that information and the spirit from different men so that you can become what? More wealthy. That's the kingdom of heaven. That's what we should be searching and seeking. Which hey, you should be in the spirit like, I don't even have enough time watching all these different videos, which you don't. But you should always still be consistent with learning, watching videos with the apostles and elders, brothers in different camps, orders that's been put out, certain wisdom, exhortations, certain rebukes. All these different things, that's a full-time job. Outside of, like I said earlier, looking at the prophecy, looking at current events, things that's soon to take place, and actually broadcasting it on live streams as we're doing, broadcasting it through the radius of the earth, so to speak. Through the waves of the internet. But I got some more.
Bring it out, bro. There's some good stuff in there.
I'm gonna jump to verse 45. And therefore ask thou no more questions concerning the multitude of them that perish. For when they had taken liberty, they despised the Most High,
thought scorn of his law and forsook his ways.
That goes for a lot of you people that actually tasted this truth and went back into the world. All right, we've seen a lot of cats. Like the one cat, he called himself going out teaching. Y'all remember the dude from 5 Points, the light skinned dude? Now he in a rap video talking about the community.
Oh,
yeah, the skinny dude that was with the other Jake with the staff. Now he all lined up. Hey, you despise the law, man.
Right. I know
you went back, man. And it's more than just him, man. What about all you guys that came into the ATL camp, man? You was all over the live stream when it was time for Yardan to get brought out. Yeah. Where you at now, though, for standing up for Yahweh Bashem Awashai, man? Right. You know? Where you dudes at, man? You know? We went through that and we over that, man. You know, we going through to a whole nother level now, man. But you guys stuck on stupid. You stuck on silly, man. You don't see what's going on over in the United Nations right now, nigga? Right. Yep. You don't see that prophecy of Revelation, the 17th chapter happening? Right. But the only thing you gotta type up is about Yardan, man. The Most High will kill you niggas,
He gonna fucking kill you.
The Most High, Yahweh Bashem Awashai, gonna bring judgment on all you fucking niggas that turned your back on him, man. That's right. And we can't wait, man. We can't wait till the Spirit of the Lord starts pulling up on you fucking niggas, man. Right. Especially you niggas that turned your back on the Lord, man. That's right. We talking about all you niggas that was here in Atlanta, man. That turned your back on Yahweh Bashem Awashai, man. May Yahweh Bashem Awashai kill you niggas.
And that's right. And it's like Brother Arnold was saying, you know, we still remember y'all. I remember everybody that came into camp. The Lord could put the Spirit on myself and one of these other brothers to put y'all to death, man. Oh, yeah. Right? Because we're going to be hunting when, the time comes. So, hey, man, the best thing for y'all to do is to, praise the Lord,
Or just wait for your demise.
Just wait for your death.
Oh, you say wait,
the scriptures say in the book of Proverbs, he that turneth his ear from the law, even his prayers shall be an abomination. Yeah, so you're fucked.
Yeah, you can't get hired back on the job, nigga. You already been gone. Bullshit and went back into the world. A lot of niggas went back to smoking weed. Man.
Yeah, you got
they went into other religions. A lot of niggas went back into Christianity.
Oh, yeah, they going to church.
Yeah, you got certain jobs. You got certain jobs you work. And when you get fired, they put you on the unhireable list. So you can't, basically your name is blacklisted, basically.
Apply no more. Yeah, we blacklisted you niggas, man. Mm-hmm. Through the Spirit of the Lord. Hey, then Paul say he sent Satan on certain guys, man.
Yeah.
Put them in exile. You niggas is exile. You ain't never coming back, man.
You out there where Simba was when Scar pushed his ass out, man.
Yeah, the elephant graveyard.
Yeah, the elephant graveyard. That's what it is. The niggas is out there right now.
Well, you know what that means? That means the hunters are coming.
Yeah, I got some more.
The hunters are coming.
Moreover, they have trodden down his righteousness and said in their heart that there is no God, yea, and that knowing they must die.
Yeah. See, knowing that's straight to the point. You knew this thing, man. You must die, man. It's an actual requirement, man.
Yeah.
There's
no atonement in your sins, motherfuckers.
That's why I said that Yahushua won't go back on the cross for you guys because it'll put him to an open shame.
Yep.
The Lord died for this go round, man. You ain't gonna come into the truth. That's why I said that in Peter's too. It's a shame for the man that washed himself and they go back into the mire. Then shall that proverb be said that the dog ate up the throw up, and the soul jumped back into the mud. That's a lot of these niggas. They jump straight back into the world, man.
After jumping out of a clean, nice waterfall full of alkaline water, good rocks to clean it.
You could breathe.
They leave that and go jump into a pool of sitting water with all kind of crayfish hovering on the top of it. Crayfish and tadpoles all in the goddamn water. Jay will jump right into it.
Mouth wide open, jump into it.
Backstroking it in the shit.
Swallowing the water.
Spitting it out in the fountain. Like, goddamn.
Got into the bottle, coming right back up.
You have more bottles?
I'll leave it at that. That's good.
All right, yeah, I know brothers downloaded up back there. You got one part on? All right, go ahead.
I'm going orders.
Yeah, we're gonna get these precepts. We're gonna wrap it up. So I know brothers down on deck.
Jeremiah 48:10.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Cursed be he that doeth the work of the Lord deceitfully.
Yeah. Which a lot of these other men do by way of the ulterior motives.
Yeah.
They have other agendas other than the interests of Yahweh Bashim Shah.
Especially you GMS spinoffs, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep.
Because especially you fuck them, man. I ain't even gonna say their name. That's how I feel about them, man.
Yeah, the Most High gonna bring judgment, man.
You niggas that was niggas that was amongst us, and now you teaching all kind of filthy madness just to be contentious, man. Just to be seen, man. The Most High, you think you doing something, man. The Most High is just preserving you, man.
Yeah, like they doing something against us. Hey, man, whatever.
Right. This is not our truth. This is the Lord.
The Most High put a demon on Saul. You know what I'm saying? Right. So whatever. The Most High know what He's doing. He making you filthy and unclean to so that you can be worthy enough for a fucking sacrifice, man. You know? Go ahead, Pastor.
And cursed be he that keepeth back his sword from blood.
That's right. And it's talking about what? Swinging this sword, first and foremost, this spiritual sword, okay, on the highways and byways week in and week out. Not only did you have certain guys that left the fountain of living waters and hewn out broken cisterns, now they spewing out madness, but you also had men that was in this camp that totally forsook the ministry. Mm-hmm. So they holding back their sword from blood right now. Because you're supposed to be slicing and dicing these demons, man, that try to come up against the will of our Father and His only begotten Son, which their name are Yahweh Shah.
Right. Yeah, afterlife.
Right.
Yeah. Where you at?
Where you at, man?
All right, you got a special death coming your way, man. I hope you see this, man.
Yeah, the Most High gonna let us see this stuff too, man. We're gonna praise Yahweh Bashim Shah, and it's gonna put a lot of you other people that left this truth in fear. Mm-hmm. That's another way of the Most High gonna torture a lot of you people through fear, man. All right. The fear is gonna torture a lot of you people because we got the fear, right? But we got hope in this fear. Mm-hmm. You know, you don't have the hope no more because you forsook it. Now that fear just gonna be on you, man. You ain't gonna know when the Most High gonna really bring that judgment, but you know it's in your spirit. You gonna know it's gonna come, man.
That's right.
You know, you ain't just gonna be skipping through the day of tribulation like Yahweh Bashim Shah with me. You know in your spirit you forsook it, and that fear is gonna catch up with your ass in that day. Mm-hmm. The Most High gonna hunt you, man. He gonna send apparitions on you niggas.
That's right.
He gonna send wild beasts on you niggas. He gonna send. They gonna physically manifest. Yeah. You know, them apparitions, man, the horrid apparitions, they gonna physically manifest on you niggas, man. All you do is got special destructions. And then he gonna take you through everything. And I hope you leave all you dudes left for a missile, man.
That's right.
You go through all that and he keep you here for a missile because of what you did to the Lord, man. That's it. You know how hurtful it is for a bride to cheat on her husband? You know how the husband feels, man? You hurt, you betrayed, you low. You don't want to talk to nobody. That's what you guys are doing to the Lord, man, when you forsake this ministry, man. So I hope he beat your ass like the evil, wicked bride that you are, man.
That's right.
You know, go ahead, Salaki.
That's all along.
Okay, Khan. Hey, go ahead, Kabash. Then we get Rob.
This is Sirach, chapter 10, verse 12. The beginning of pride is when one departed from the Most High.
That's where it starts, man. Pride. Like it tells you in 2nd Ezra, the 10th chapter, it says what? Pride was not made for men.
That's right.
So that pride is what puffs you up, man. You start looking at one of the least brothers as if he's a nobody, man. You know? Well, we don't do that here in this camp. You know? The least brother, man, we bring him in and, you know, and salute him and embrace him and, you know, and talk and speak with him and stuff, man. You know, and build him up. You know, but that pride getting you dudes head, and you start thinking you somebody, and you don't have to hold yourself to the requirements of the Bible. Because of pride, you think the Most High dealing with you on some exclusive strand. No, go ahead, brother.
And his heart is turned away from his maker.
That's right. That's what ends up happening, man. You get too full of yourself. Now you don't got to push the camp no more. You got other agendas you want to do with this truth.
Yep.
I want to make a movie. I want to build a school.
And then these niggas don't ever finish it. Right? They don't even fucking finish it, man.
All you Israelite artists out here, I ain't never seen none of your art.
Right.
You supposed to be Israelite artists, you know, want to paint and, you know, I'm going to use this to push, I'm going to use music as a platform to wake the people up. Where your songs at on World Star?
Right.
They ain't there. You know why? Because they lame in the spirit of the Most High and with.
Hold on, that shit.
Played out, man. Your songs, right? You know, and you think you're gonna wake up the children of Israel by doing it how? Because you know why? Because your pride got in the way.
Right.
So now because of you're letting your pride get in the way. Because why? You ain't staying humble. You ain't measuring these times.
You just gonna die a lame ass nigga, man.
If you understand the times you're living in, if you understand the times you're living in, you're gonna understand that I gotta be humble.
Yeah.
I gotta have fear, you know, and you're gonna do the right thing. But a lot of these guys that come into this truth, they don't really fully believe that a turbulent day is coming. Right. They don't think it's coming. They just say it,
put it on.
But they think it's gonna be like 2 days, and you know they're gonna be good. You know,
a lot of these people that we're talking about, they think that we got another 10, 15, 20 years.
Yep.
Yeah.
They don't see, because the scriptures tell you that the Lord revealeth his secrets unto the prophets, man. And the prophets of the Lord, we can see this thing is here, man.
Yeah. Right here.
All right, this thing is here. Like literally, as we're speaking at this very moment, anything could pop off, man. It ain't no, you know, it was a couple years ago. It was like, damn, it was like them labor pains was like, okay, boom, something happened. Remember when the Boston marathon happened?
Yeah.
That was like a major thing, and then it was like we waited until something else happened, and a year later. Now it's like, God damn, you wake up in the morning like, let me go through my notifications.
Yes.
Every morning.
Yeah, if that Boston Marathon happened now, it wouldn't even be that big of a deal as it was then.
Because it's like niggas getting clipped. Niggas is getting clipped everywhere now.
Yeah.
There's all kind of shit.
Weird shit happening in the sky.
Yeah, man, it's about to go down, man. Go ahead, Karachiza. Yeah, you done finish your precept?
I ain't.
Oh, okay, you done? All right, go ahead, Rob.
Done. Jeremiah 16:16. Behold, I will send for many fishers, said the Lord power, and they shall fish them. And after will I send for many hunters.
Hey, and if I can say something about the fishing thing, what does a fisher do? A fisher is patient.
Mm-hmm.
A fisher is humble. He don't make a lot of noise because he got to be quiet. Focus. Yeah, you can't be disturbing the waters. You're gonna run the fish.
That's a patient man's game right there.
You gotta be patient. You gotta be quiet, humble. You know, you gotta understand what kind of fish you want.
You gotta know what time of the year it is, what type of bait to use.
Yeah, you gotta know what type of bait. Then you gotta know when the fish actually catch the hook. You gotta know how to reel them in.
Right.
So these are different characteristics, like all the brothers just brought out about fishing. That and when you're a fisherman, you're watching. You're understanding the times. All right, it's fishing season now. Man, I need to go out and fish. You know. But then when it's time to go hunting, you put on a whole different attire. You're in a whole different mind frame.
Yep.
You know, you're very focused. You're very concentrated. You're very aggressive.
Hey, the bait is more aggressive.
Yep.
You know, when you go from fishing, you might put a little worm on the rod or a little piece of, you know, fish. Mm-hmm. But when you hunting, you pouring blood out and you throwing things out there to attract you. You're
using different material to actually catch this prey.
Yeah.
You can't use a fishing hook to catch a lion.
A more intricate intricate the water. More intricate traps.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What you about to say?
Oh, I say you also camouflage yourself. And a lot of times you might be putting whatever type of piss on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, if they hunting a certain animals, they actually put certain pheromones on so they can disguise themselves in their habitat, man.
Mm-hmm.
So it's way more intricate and it's more serious, man. It's more down to earth, so to speak.
God,
like the brother said, one of them, both of them requires a lot of patience, of course. Mm-hmm. But the hunting aspect
is more aggressive.
It's more forefront, so to speak. You actually aggravating to hunt and to get, man.
Hey, everybody can go fishing.
Action based, man.
Everybody can go fishing. You can take your children, you can take your little daughter fishing, your son, your mother. Yeah. But don't think you're gonna take your little daughter out there to go hunt mooses, man.
Yeah, it's
a whole different ball game. It's a whole other spirit when these men that go out there and you know it's off. I mean, it's off. Of course, we don't hunt that shit. But if you've ever spoke to a person that go wild boar hunting, that's a whole nother ball game. They bring dogs with them. You don't take a dog. You don't take a dog to go fishing.
Well, they got an actual like certain Edomites that hunt when they hunt deer. They have an actual stand. It's probably about 15 because they used to come through the job we used to work at. They're about 15 feet high, and they climb up on that stand to camouflage with the trees, and they sit on that stand just to hunt, man. So it's a whole nother skill set that's required. But fishing is a good method to build to that point.
That's right.
That's why you gotta fish properly in the spirit, because the Most High is going to take us from fishers to hunters. If you scared to fish, you damn sure gonna be scared to hunt.
That's right.
That's right. Hunting is a whole nother
ball game.
Whole nother ball game. You gotta prepare, get in the mind state of a fisherman, man. This is hey, you put the bait on, you cast the rod out, you have patience, you know what I'm saying, and you follow instructions.
How you even reel it in?
Yeah, how you be hunting, man. You do one or two things wrong in hunting, it can kill you, man. Just like that. There's been plenty of hunting accidents, man. Hey, people that died out in the field hunting, man. You got it. That's a skill that has to be developed.
Hey, because you don't hunt. When you hunting something that could kill you. Because when you don't see hunters going out and hunting fucking rabbits. All right, you catch rabbits.
Right.
You don't hunt rabbits.
Mm-hmm.
When you go hunting, hey, whatever you could go hunt could kill you, man. You go think about them mooses, man. The mooses that be up, man. Mooses are aggressive. All right, a moose will chase your ass out the woods.
Yeah. Bears. Imagine hunting bears. Man,
you dealing with a whole nother beast.
Yeah. Hey, that's how you know. Hey, this thing is a thing of development, man. Well, let's get some more precepts. Rob, you have more?
I finish it off.
Okay, come.
It says, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks.
Yeah, the elite.
The elites, right? The other nation. Mm-hmm. For mine eyes are upon all their ways. They are not hid from my face. And go to show, if you 2/3 niggas, if the Most High see everything Esau done, he said, I got them in my eyesight. He got you in the eyesight too.
Come.
You know, that's what brother was saying. Who gonna hunt you? We're gonna hunt you now. Okay? Yeah. If you ain't right, man, like the brother Abba said, hey, I'll be right back. Let me go deal with this. You know? Because the Most High got you in his eyesight. All that wickedness you've been doing. You gotta pay for that.
Yeah, we going into some bloody. We going into bloody times. Like I'm just thinking about what the brother said, man. But the Lord gonna activate that hunter in us, man. Yeah. And like I said, we really don't know. We haven't tasted that yet, man.
Like the movie, y'all seen the movie Split?
Yeah. Oh man.
At the end, man. He never knew the beast. He just always knew it was there. Yeah. And it came out at the perfect time of what? He had to make that sacrifice.
The scriptures speak about how Jacob gonna get that sacrifice.
The Lord gonna have them hunters activated out here, and you know, that's a whole nother level. That right there is a whole nother level of the truth.
The scriptures tell you that Micah, how we're gonna be like lions in the midst of sheep. You know, praying on people, man.
Yeah.
But we have to prepare our minds for these things. That's why we gotta read these scriptures and read the accounts. Like when you read about how King David and the active mighty men were, the Maccabees and all these different major military units in the scriptures, how they got down, they was killing the shit out of people, man. Masochistic, man. Yes. Our forefathers were serial killers.
Amaziah, the king Amaziah that took them 10,000 Edomites off the top of the ledge and pushed them off, man. We dealing with, see, even right now, you know, it was a study done where they said every time you basically fight the urge of doing harm to somebody, it actually rewrites your brain and makes you a more calmer and nicer person. So we're battling this spirit of we want blood.
Yeah.
Like this, we always say, as an Israelite man, we all should have at least killed at least 10 people by the time you reach a certain age, man.
Especially in this kingdom.
We should. We haven't released that urge yet, man.
We have to let wickedness continue.
Yeah.
Only thing we can do is suppress it with the word.
Yep.
You know, but I tell you what, man, when that hunting is activated, we're gonna put down there's gonna be a whole lot less wicked on the earth at that point.
Oh man,
we just cutting spirits right now. You know, but them demons, they still here.
They said one shall put 1,000 to flight.
Yeah, that's right, man.
That's 100 to flight.
As a matter of fact, man, let's get some of them type of scriptures, man. Go to Micah, the 5th chapter, start at the 7th verse. You know, and whatever y'all brothers got, you know what I'm saying? I want to get some of these brothers precepts.
Yeah, it's easy to hunt with a gun from a distance or a bow from a distance, but when you got to get a person close to one-on-one, and you got to know where to put that knife or that dagger, whatever you have, you got to know where to put it at to make that kill a success within a quick amount of time. Yeah, because you may have another opponent you got coming. So you got to know what they're gonna slow him down right there. Nothing. Get this not the way it.
And we're gonna be spiritual John Wicks.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You all the movies, man.
Yeah, because the Most High is gonna give us the inspiration. Somebody get Isaiah 40 chapter 2. They bring your precept correct about.
This is Isaiah 55:6. Seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near.
Yeah, this is the time now to seek the Lord while he's found. You got an immense amount of videos on the internet that you can go to find, you know, dig more deeper into the Lord. So seek him while he may be found. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 7, let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts.
Yeah, because the wicked is about to be set up as a prey. Why would you want to be a part of the wicked because it looked good when they're about to be the prey? All right. That don't even make no sense. That's just like you a lion, you know, and you over here running with zebras, eating with zebras because they look cool. They got stripes. Right. They got stripes. Like Madagascar. Here it is, you're a lion, and it's about to be hunting season, and you over here, you know, kicking them with the zebras because they stripes look good. Or the penguins funny. It's funny how they walk. You know, that's what you niggas do.
That's what niggas do, man.
Here it is. The Lord is about to set you up to be a hunter on the earth, and you want to be a prey. All right, cool.
And you know what it is too. You gotta be. You know, you'll be surprised how much of that spirit you have to put inside of you so you don't bug out. That's why certain people in the military, they've been so in tune with that spirit of death that it's just natural to them. And some people they'll get images of that battlefield of killing a certain thing like that, and they spaz out. What they call PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. It actually fucks their whole mind up for life to the point where they can't sleep right and live right. So that's why you gotta read these scriptures. You gotta really get in the spirit of understanding how gruesome and how brutal and gory it's gonna be in that day. How you're gonna actually have to put people to death, and like the scripture say, putting 100 to flight. Yeah. Actually killing these Edomites and killing these babies and things like that.
Babies.
That's what I say.
Old people.
Yeah. And you're gonna have to do it. Yeah. You're gonna have to do it, man. Yeah.
You can't be all hesitant with the sword and shit.
Let you would have been in King David army, and you talking about no, with the Ammonites is his babies over there. He cast out the
Hey, it would be like old dog off of a Minister Society when he was talking to King. He's like, you sound like a real bitch right now. I don't give a fuck if there's kids in there, old people. We shooting everybody.
You got scared. Look, man, I kill them kids, right? Nigga, who came up out there at 2 in the morning?
Right.
You like a real bitch right now. He rebuked the hell out of him.
Yeah. Just be acting like a hoe. Go ahead,
you know. And let him return to the Lord, and he will have mercy upon him, and to our power, for he will abundantly pardon.
That's right, man. You know, abundantly, man. Right. The Lord said it is his pleasure to give you the kingdom of heaven, man.
Yeah, but we gotta fight for it.
You know,
that's right. And we have to be active fishers for the kingdom of heaven. It speaks about how the angels, the celestial angels' job is to hold back those four winds. And our job is to work, to be the laborers. The scriptures speak about how the angels are going to be the reapers, but we the ones that's casting out their seed. The angels don't, the celestial angels don't do the seed work, man. That's a physical thing. Us in the physical, we have to take the spirit in us and then take action to fish. And then after, when it's cleanup time, cleaning the world and ridding it of evil, that's going to be the hunting season.
That's right.
You know, it's going to be a seasonal change, a seasonal transition. And if you ain't fishing, you damn sure ain't going to be hunting. You going to be hunted.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I appreciate my brother.
Go ahead, Al. Brothers love this topic, man.
Yeah.
Somebody throw the black woman in there.
I know.
That's how I black There's a lot of women on the earth. A lot of you women, we gotta spice it up a little
That's
bit.
another spirit too, because the thing is, you don't have to knock down these goddamn women off, man. These lover boys and these what they call them?
Pretty boys.
Yeah.
Casanovas.
These Fabios, man. These goddamn these sitcom niggas, romance Israelites. Nah, man.
Yeah, these
That day, there's gonna be a lot of cleaning up to this, right?
These Stefan Urkels.
Stefan.
But you gonna put your ass in that precept.
Come. Go ahead,
This is Leviticus 26 verses 7 and 8. And you shall chase your enemies, and they shall fall before you by the sword.
Yeah, this is what's going to end up happening, man. You know, amongst the men of Yahweh Shema Shai, should I say. Because a lot of you 2/3 going to be getting your asses handed to you too, by the way.
That's right.
Esau going to have you on one side, and the men of the Lord going to have you on the other, man. Cleaning your asses up.
Damn.
Cleaning your asses up, man. Oiling you the fuck up, man. Go ahead, Al.
All right, verse 8. And 5 of you shall chase 100, and 100 of you shall put 10,000 to flight.
That's what you call power.
Yeah, that's about to say that. You got. That's about to say that, man. It takes a certain level. You have to possess a certain level of power to do that, man. All right. For 5 men to put, what to say, 100 to fight, man. You know, you gotta have spiritual power to do that, man. And spirit of the Lord gotta be.
Yeah, that's how you tap into a whole nother level of energy.
Source.
You tapping into some Super Saiyan type of energy, man. You know, when you put 100 people running from 5 men, what is it about 5 men that's making 100 men run? There's an obvious difference there.
Right.
There's an obvious, you know what I'm saying? Hold on, bro. What's going on with them 5 dudes right there? To make 100 men run?
Yeah, they number them 20 to 1.
You may see a man's spiritual power may hit one of these brothers, they go from 5 feet to 10 feet, man. Get ready to tear some shit up, man. You know? Straight blood hungry, man.
Yep.
You at least can say what you want to say, man. You try to demonize us and stuff like that, man. You can't stop it.
And when the Hulk got mad, the Hulk turned.
Yeah. You know? Go ahead. Who was just reading?
All right, I'll start from the top.
All right, yeah. Let him finish that.
All right, this is Leviticus 26 and 8. And 5 of you shall chase 100, and 100 of you shall put 10,000 to flight.
That's right, go ahead.
And your enemies shall fall before you by the sword.
Ooh. Hey, see, that is a reward right there. That's what you call a reward. But you don't get rewarded if you don't labor. Nobody gets rewarded for doing nothing.
Right.
You know? Seeing the fall of your enemy and being able to partake in that actual situation is a reward. Did not the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, reward the children of Israel by putting the spirit on them to take down those 31 nations? He delivered them. He actually delivered those nations into the hand of the children of Israel. That's a reward. That's what you call the reward of the spoils or something?
That's right.
Spoils of war. Spoils of war, man. You know, you're having your enemy. Your enemy is the actual biggest spoil you could get. Is the actual enemy, and then the substance of the enemies. But actually having the enemy under your rule, under your authority, You got pressure on your enemy, man. That is the actual spoils of war, man.
Yeah, that's what.
Because if you own the enemy, you own everything that he owns. Yeah. That's a reward. That's what you call a reward. So the Most High is going to activate that reward in those laborers. That's why the Spirit is telling you the time is short. Do 3 videos a week. I'm gonna judge you according. The Lord can just judge you according to the time you came in up until what you did. Yeah. Right. You know, was you doing your 3 videos? No, but I did 1.5 every week. You did 15 minutes of videos. You know?
Yeah, 15 minutes more.
You know? But you don't want the Most High to reward you, man. No. Laborers get rewarded.
Niggas don't want to do the work, but they want to fly.
Right.
Nigga, if you don't sit your nigga ass down somewhere, man.
Hey, well, like I said this too. That time of doing the bare minimum, that's getting cut out, man.
Oh yeah.
Just doing the bare minimum, just like Papa always say, the hands in your pockets. That's out of here, man. It's time to work, man. Scripture says we need laborers to go into the harvest is right, man. Oh, we got all these Israelite foreigners out here that need to be woken up, and you can only do 15 minutes, video and a half a week.
Right.
Now, man, push the vibration out, because the more laborers we have, then the more brothers we gather.
We can pick more fruit.
Yeah, pick more fruit, and then the kingdom is going to come.
And
you talk about hastening today. Yeah.
If we all building a house, right? And the manager, the property manager comes and inspects, and he says, "Hey man, who put this chimney in? I like the gold accents on the chimney." And you be like, "Oh well, one of the newer brothers, the newer men came and they did that." Oh, okay. Hey, I want he'll get a reward for that labor.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Because he came and he, even though he didn't probably do as much as the next brother, he still came and he did according to his measure.
That's right.
And he did it good. Then you get the reward from that, man. And and that comes. You're gonna see glimpses of the reward in America.
Right.
The reward, the enemy being delivered in your hands, spiritual power, salvation. That's the beginning of the rewards, man. It ain't even fully, the blessings ain't even fully hit us yet, man. That's just the beginning stages, man. So that's why we gotta labor. If you want to get revenge on your enemy, man, put the work in now, in the spirit, man.
That's right.
Because Jake, they'll be suited and booted when it's time to punch somebody in the face.
Oh hell yeah!
But when it's time to sit down at the table and take notes and listen, Jake ain't trying to do that.
Yeah, we had a nigga like that in the camp. Nigga ain't want to study, but a fight go down. Oh, yeah. he the main one throwing licks in, man.
Right, trying to put pressure on shit. Hold on, it's a cardiac.
Still want the Isaiah 40?
Yeah, you know which one I want, right?
Right.
Yeah, go ahead.
Isaiah 40 and 29.
Yeah.
He giveth power to the faint and to them that have no might, and increases strength.
Yeah, that's what you call spiritual power. Go ahead.
Even the youth shall faint and be weary.
Yeah, even so, you're gonna have some young niggas, man, some young nay, crank the yank niggas that's gonna run out of energy. They're gonna run out of energy, man. All right, go ahead.
And the young man shall utterly fall.
Yeah.
And they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength.
That's right. They that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. Now, waiting is the act of what? Patience. All right. So you got to understand too that when certain things might not line up how you think it was gonna line up, you still got to wait for the story to develop. It may some brother's spiritual power may not activate when another brother's spiritual power activates.
Right. You
got to go through a couple more stages for that faith to just really blossom. Some brothers, their faith might be just right there, just need a boom. Some brothers may need it a little bit more to go through, then the Most High activated at the proper time. Yeah. But you gotta wait. That's why he said that he was gonna renew their strength, but he says those that wait. So just because the first incident or second incident may happen, and you don't see yourself jumping 30 feet in the sky, don't lose the faith. I ain't getting no spiritual power, man. I just ain't gonna get it, brother. Everybody else doing it. Hey, no, wait around, man. Keep going through it. Have the faith, and then it's gonna activate, man.
This ain't real.
Yeah.
You know?
What? And I'm saying I wanted to fly, but I ain't fly. You know? Go ahead.
They shall mount up with wings as eagles.
Go ahead.
They shall run and not be weary.
That's right. That's spiritual power. That's like Flash and Superman right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, run and not be weary, man. I mean, you gotta be moving.
That's right.
You hitting it, man.
Shit, I can barely walk up the stairs right now.
Yeah, you know. So that's the type of power that we're about to unlock through the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai. If we wait. That's why it tells you in Zephaniah 3 and 8. Wait ye upon the Lord till he rise you to the prayer. Everybody, hey, it may not just everybody just get spiritual powers instantaneously. Right. Some brothers may have to wait because they got to go through something else to get that to activate that faith in them. Faith is what's going to have us doing these things. The faith of Yahweh Shema Shai.
And faith that Peter had him walk on water.
Yeah,
it was with his when he started doubting. That's what he said. Started singing, and that was early in the ministry.
Yeah, that was before Yahweh Shai passed.
Hey, his faith had to get built up. That's why in the book of Acts, that's when he started to perform miracles. So he had to go through the learning stages and get built up in the spirit, you know. And the Most High gives us that same access through written words to read about the gospel, read about these different things, so we could put that in our spirit and pray and cultivate more faith, so that when it blossoms, you'll see the fruit of your labor.
That's right, brother. Go ahead, Mr. Carter.
And they shall walk and not faint.
Yeah, so hey, that's actual spiritual jolt of energy that's gonna come through this thing, man. You know, that's what's gonna happen. You know,
I was gonna say the Lord told Peter too. You should have enough faith to move mountains.
Yeah, and you can move a mountain through the measure of faith that you have. Man, if your faith is exceeding, is blossoming in that day, there's no telling what you could do with that spirit of faith, man. That's the key to the salvation. That's the actual key. Through the faith, we're gonna cause powers from another dimension to come into this realm through the faith of the elect.
Yeah.
So that's what you call. That is what you call power. Faith is power. By the faith that we have, we're gonna literally cause the actual Son, the Son of the Heavenly Father, to crack and come into this dimension based on the faith of the elect. That's what you call power. And that's why it has to be on, it's gonna have to be on a level. That's why the Most High is taking us through these things to activate that spirit, because it's gonna be that one day where really your life is gonna rely on faith, man. That it ain't gonna be a gun, it ain't gonna be a shield. The actual weapon, like it tells you in Ephesians the 6th chapter, the actual weapon that you're gonna have to use in that time is going to be faith. And that's what's gonna make you jump 30 feet in the air. You know, run through concrete walls and, you know, grab 10 people and squeeze them and explode them to death. It's gonna be the faith that's gonna make you do that stuff.
It's like R. Kelly, that old R. Kelly song, I Believe I Can Fly. You know, well, you gotta believe it to achieve it. You know, it's your faith is what's gonna get you. The good talks about that. You know, faith brings you to your salvation.
That's right. That's right.
I got one more.
Okay, and somebody get Michael 5 on deck. Shalom, Mike. Go ahead, bro.
I'm gonna get straight to the point. This is Hebrews 6:12. That ye be not slothful or followers of them who through faith and patience inherit the promises.
That's right. Through faith and patience, you inherit the promises. You know, which part of those promises includes the spiritual power. All right, those promises, man. The Lord promised spiritual enhancement to His elect in that day. You know, so through that faith, that's how we'll tap into that realm of power. And you can tell that faith in the earth with the men of the Lord is increasing all over the earth. It's an actual spirit that's being pushed out here through the men. Right. That spirit is going to cause America to collapse and crumble, man. In the spirit. Who got that Micah the 5th chapter? Verse 7.
This is Micah chapter 5, verse 7. And the remnant of Jacob shall be in the midst of many people as a dew from the Lord.
That's right. So the Most High, hey, he gonna leave some prey out here too. You know, he gonna leave some prey out here for brothers to get their hands on. Don't worry, man. You know, that's why I say the remnant gonna be in the midst of many people. You know, go ahead. That's just like on if you ever play a video game and let's say you like God of War. The funniest thing about that game is all the people that come trying to kill you, and you killing you killing hundreds of people.
Yeah,
that's the fun part about it.
Dynasty Warrior.
It's called hack and slash.
That's what they call it.
Hack and slash game. Just constantly slaying, man.
Yeah, that's where the fun is at, man. So the Lord's gonna have some fun out here, man. He's gonna use the elect to have some fun, man. Go ahead, Al.
As the showers upon the grass that tarried not for man, nor waited for the sons of men.
That's right. So, hey, men gonna be handling business, man. You know, through the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai. Men gonna be getting it in.
Yeah, like the Maccabees.
Yeah.
When you read how they was taking goddamn nations down that was coming against them, they was killing the hell out of everybody, man. You know, a lot of times there were certain situations where men died on the battlefield, but through their faith, it was all kind of spectacles that occurred in the midst of the battlefield, such as a chariot coming down and destroying the forces.
Yep.
You know, them waxing bolded on the battlefield and slaying, you know, like it says, like we just read earlier, putting 100 to flight, putting a numerable amount of men to flight.
Yeah.
You know, because it's all through their belief. Keep going.
Keep going.
Verse 8, and the remnant of Jacob shall be among the Gentiles in the midst of many people as a lion among the beasts.
And the Lord only wants his remnant.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you're reading the story in Gideon, the Most High just wanted a few good men, right? The faithful, so that the Lord can magnify his power. He doesn't want everybody. That doesn't show the power of the Lord. It's through the small company the Most High can ignite and show his potency through men. Mm. That's why I said I'll make a man more precious than fine gold. And it's a few. Though Israel be the sand of the sea, that a small remnant shall be left. That's the same remnant. The remains of the nation.
144,000 men is going to take over the world. Like, that's what the 144,000 is going to do. Mm-hmm. And that people be like, that's it. Like, people be like, that's it. 144,000 men is going to take over billions of people.
That's power, man. That's the same thing that happened in the Maccabees. The Lord said it was a small company. Mm-hmm. You know, the Lord, if the Lord wanted to, but it wasn't for the sake of prophecy. If the Lord wanted to, the Lord could have used the Maccabees to take down the whole Greek Empire. Yep. Oh yeah.
Including the Romans.
Including the Romans, because that was during the time of the Greco-Roman wars too. Mm-hmm. You know, so hey, the Lord could have hit all of that up, man, and set up the kingdom of Israel, starting with those men, that small company.
Hey,
it was prophecy. Prophecy happened.
Yahushua in 12.
Yep, they could have did it. But see, this is the time where the Lord is going to show that power being manifested on the earth, that power that you Edomites sleeping on. Yep. It's the same power that you keep wanting to poke at. But now you're gonna get what you've been poking at, man.
And the fear of the Lord is going to end into you Edomite elites, man.
Yeah.
You know, when the Lord start putting that power back in the earth, you're gonna know the fear of the Lord, man. Because now, like brother said, you poking and you playing around. That power, that same power you playing around with, is going to destroy you.
It's gonna whoop your ass because you keep messing with it. Yep. That's just like if somebody keep sticking a fork in the socket. You don't get shot the first, second, and third time. It's gonna be that one time you're gonna go too far down there. It's gonna shock the shit out you, man. That's the same thing that's happening with you Edomites. You Edomites, everywhere we go, here you come fucking with us.
Oh, well, we gonna be the bullies that fight back. We gonna be the kid that fight back the bully and beat the bully up.
Yeah.
Here it is. You got these crackers. They always making videos talking about bullying, anti-bullying campaign. Stop fucking bullying us.
Yeah, the so-called white, every land we go to, here he come.
Right.
Bringing this bullshit. Every time we try to do anything, here he come. Putting this in our neighborhood. Telling our women to do this. Kill your babies. Eat this. Do that. No, you wrong. Y'all niggas. Like, you just keep poking at a giant, man. And now what's gonna happen is that power that you've been poking at all the way back with Cain and Abel.
Yep.
The same seed line that you keep poking at is gonna come back and whoop your goddamn ass.
That's right.
You know, I'm gonna just say it like that. I'm talking to you elite.
Right.
You know, you say the word elite, they can filter that, man.
Right.
They hear that buzzword and they go right to them, man. You know,
who said something about me?
Yeah, because it's computer code. It's computer code. Yes, algorithm.
It's raw charts.
So yeah, we know you elite. You watching these videos. The same people you keep fucking with gonna whoop your ass.
This is Psalm. Oh, you got a little bit more? Okay. Psalms 149 and 7. Now let's start with 6. Let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouths, right? And the two-edged sword in their hand to execute vengeance upon the heathen.
That's the birth of a nation.
Yeah, man. Hey, and in order to execute vengeance, that means what? Somebody must have done something to you.
Right.
You know, Esau ain't getting revenge on us. We ain't done shit to you, devils, man.
And that's why when E.J. Loving them was saying that it ain't y'all. Well, Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter says the righteous shall stand boldly against them that have afflicted them.
Right.
When the fuck have we afflicted you white people?
Right. At this level that y'all afflicting us.
Right.
You devils, you can't be like, oh, we're getting revenge on black people because of what?
Please,
you can't say it because you don't know. You're a big fucking bully. You like the old boy with the box fade on Home Alone, man.
That's funny. Yeah, basically,
Buzz.
Buzz.
You're a big white bully.
Box fade.
Always doing wet willies and weird shit.
Yeah, man. Go around the earth telling people what to do, what not to do, blowing them up. Then after they blow them up, they go and lie, act like they the culprit. All you do is bully people, man.
And but you know what? When you think about this whole idea of bullying, the only people that bully on the planet Earth is white people and black women.
Yeah.
Black men, we're not bullies. I've never been bullied by another black kid. Either we don't like each other, or when we got issues. But for one, I'm just gonna push you down. That's not a black man trait. You white people are bullies, and it makes sense. Esau's the older brother, and he's just a big fucking bully, man.
Yeah, he's a big asshole, man. That little brother about to whoop your ass, man.
Big prick.
Go ahead, brother. We don't close after this.
To execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people.
That's right, punishments, man. When you punish somebody, that means what? He's at fault. You don't just punish nobody for no reason.
Right.
If you want to punish a child, that means he's done something that he wasn't supposed to do. Well, that's you so-called white people. Vengeance and punishments, man. Vengeance from the children of Israel because you keep fucking with them. You fucking with their culture. You fucking with their kids. Like during the time of me and the brother Kasha Kwala did a video. During the time of the Greek Empire, they set a law forth through the land of Israel, or to the Israelites, that their children couldn't get circumcised. So how in the hell you gonna set up a law like that? That means you would have to come around and check little baby penises, man. They foul, man. This is what they telling us to do with our seed. Don't get them circumcised. You make your fucking bed and lay in it, man.
That's right.
We getting real sick and tired of you goddamn heathens, man. Especially you elites. You elites ain't nothing but cowards, man.
Sure.
You hide behind the scenes pushing your agenda. The men of the Lord is the bravest men on the face of the earth. We in the forefronts, man. We poor as hell, got physical ailments. Yep. We put our face out there, but you motherfuckers run the world, man. You run the money, you run the food, you run the corporations, and you hiding behind the scenes like a bitch, man. Yahweh Shema Shai is about to bring judgment on you. Don't think that you're gonna come through and whoop the elect's ass. You better be well calculated on your moves.
Man, even if you calculate, you're still gonna lose.
Yeah,
This is the highest calculator right here.
Hey, the game is rigged and the dice are loaded.
Yeah.
So losing, man. You're gonna lose, man.
That's right.
You know? And guess what? We got the dice.
And we about to tell you what we about to do with you, at least too. Go ahead.
God, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron.
Yeah, that's what the men of the Lord gonna do.
Right.
We're gonna put your ass into hardcore slavery, man. You think the slavery that you did to the Negroes was bad? Wait till you see what the Spirit of the Lord put in our spirits to do to you, man. We don't even know what we're gonna be doing to you, man. We just gonna do it.
We're gonna enjoy it.
Yeah, when the Lord give us the inspiration, whatever inspiration the Lord give us to do, that's what we doing to you cracker asses, man.
Right.
We're gonna start with you top, man. We're gonna break you down from the top, man. And when we break the top, you break the whole nation, man.
Yeah, like you elite. You David Rock, you David whatever you fucking elite names. Yeah, you old crackers, man. All right. You're not gonna get new bodies.
No.
All right. Your old crusty ass, you're gonna get right in the field, you're gonna start building shit, man. Here it is, the elite. You've been pampered and living the good life for the past 400, 500, 600 years. All right, because what? You die, you come back in that same line. You ain't lift a hand to wipe your own ass in the last 800 years, probably.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. But you're gonna find yourself right in slavery, building all kind of crazy shit, man.
That you're not gonna be able to enjoy.
That you're not even gonna be able to enjoy, but you don't even know how to do. And you're gonna figure it out. You how you do it to us? Put us in these weird ass situations and figure it out. You better you gonna figure out how to build a castle in a week.
And it better be right.
You know what? You're gonna be like, it's wrong. Move it 3 inches that way.
Yeah, that's right.
Tear it all fucking down.
As a matter of fact, I want a new foundation. So you get rid of that and you start another.
And it better be done before that sun go down.
But that's what we gonna do. That's what the men of the Lord is gonna do to you so-called white people, man. For being the big niggas that you are in the earth. You know? That's what the Most High is gonna have the men of the Lord doing to you. We're gonna even have the spirit on our women, because we're gonna have our women back in our possession. Our women gonna be putting hell on you white women.
Yeah.
Oh,
you know?
man.
And you know how they are on this side.
Putting a whole lot of hell on you white women.
Hey, the lionesses and the pride, they be the ferocious ones.
Yeah.
They the worst ones. The women, like the Apostle Ricard always say, man, the 2/3 is gonna put hell on you. The 2/3 men and the women, they gonna feel that shame. They gonna know what you did to them and made them be sluts and whores.
Yeah.
All right, went against our own men, the glorious men of our nation. The women of our nation, they got a lot of anger to release. Yep.
Hey, Sarah beat the hell out of Hagar, man. So that spirit gonna come right back on the black woman.
Yeah, the black woman gonna
easy.
So-called black woman gonna find you Moabites and whoop your ass for selling all that bullshit ass here. Beat the shit out you Moabites. But let's finish it up right there.
To execute upon them the judgment written.
Yeah.
This honor have all his saints.
See,
praise you, Yahweh.
That is an honor to be able. That's why we were saying earlier. It's a reward to actually get revenge on your enemies, because when you own your enemies, you own everything that they have. You own the world, you know, and that's a reward, man. When we actually have the enemy under our feet, under our authority, we win the game. And that's what's going to happen, man. So
right.
It's going to take persistence. It's going to take relentlessness in the spirit. It's going to take brotherly love. It's going to take focus. It's going to be, you're going to have to be valiant. You're going to have faith, patience, righteousness, just in order to accomplish it. This is not you trying to beat the last stage in Grand Theft Auto. Yeah. You're trying to take over the world, man. Mm-hmm. So there's going to be a lot of things that's going to be involved in this journey that has to be applied within each and every individual that's taking up this plot.
Strive for the truth,
you know, and we got to make sure we got that right armory on in the spirit, and it also comes with having what? As a matter of fact, I'm gonna end with this one, Revelations 3:18. Whoever get that is a very, very important part of being diligent and watching. You got to have the lenses. You can't watch anything if you can't see.
Right.
Bring it out, Barlow.
All right. Revelations 3:18. I counsel thee to buy me gold tried in the fire, that thou mayest be rich, and white raiment, that thou mayest be clothed.
Right. So you gotta have that. You gotta be pure in spirit. You know. Go ahead.
That thou mayest be clothed, and that the shame of thy nakedness do not appear.
Right, because we were made naked through our sins. We were exposed to the nations. We were looked at as low, people without morale, any order, dignity. You don't got your women in control. Your kids is bad as hell. Your heads is nappy. Your houses stink. You drive the worst cars. We were naked as hell. We were exposed because of our wickedness, right? But now we're being clothed, and our shame is being taken away through what? Through the righteousness we putting on. So now these heathens out here, they're gonna look at us with dignity and respect,
fear,
reverence, and reverence. Go ahead.
And that the shame of thy nakedness do not appear, and anoint thine eyes with eye salve.
Anoint thine eyes with eye salve. You gotta have the vision.
Yep.
All right. You gotta be able to see. You gotta measure the times. All right. Understand what you're involved with and do good to your looking. You know. Watch for the signs. Know what's going on in your camp too, man. You know, know what's going on within your own camps, man. Don't be absent. Don't be absent in the body. You know, be present. You know, understand the certain orders that get pushed out within your camp and fulfill those orders. You know, that's having the eye salve, having the vision, man. Understanding that we're working as a collective unit and we got to do good to this labor, so that this labor can do good to us. You know? Is it more?
That thou mayest see.
That thou mayest see. So that's we open it up with what? Measuring the time. When thou seest part of the signs. So now in order to see those signs, you gotta have what? You gotta have those spiritual lenses locked in at the right focus. You know, to be able to see clearly what's ahead of us so that you can maneuver through the obstacles, man. All right. So with that, we're gonna give all praise, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua.
Double honors once again to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and safety to the elect men, women, and children. Until the next time, we say Shalom.
Shalom.